Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along basically of the 3 o'clock football goal show. Hopefully it'll be a good one today. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream. Hopefully let me know what club you support, what club you follow, and we'll have a good time. And the scores that we got on the door for you, the main results that I need to keep an eye on so I can know what's going on. Chelsea versus Leeds, Crewe versus Sheffield Wednesday, Eastbourne versus Havant and Waterlooville, Grimsby versus Chesterfield, Liverpool versus Aston Villa, Boreham Wood's away game at Woking, Bromley's away game at Altrincham, and Halifax's away game at Wealdstone, which all can be vital because teams that mean a lot to me. Wednesday, because my cousin's a Wednesday supporter. Chesterfield, I was born in Chesterfield, and Chelsea I've supported for 23 years of my life. So hopefully it all goes swimming to plan, and I'm happy to see any of you that are welcome in the chat. And let's get a conversation going in the chat. And I am also going to be watching Chelsea versus Leeds as well, if I can get a stream up, so I know what's happening in the game as and when it happens. But the difference is, it's becoming extremely hard to do so. But guys, put yourself in the chat, get everything when it's coming, because I'm here to answer all your questions. Sorry if you see me wearing Havant and Waterlooville, because I'm wearing this because it is been a nippy day. I have been out today, so don't blame me, blame the weather. And hopefully we get a good result today away at home to a Leeds United side who are not on the best of form, but Chelsea better go for it today. We have no choice. We have to go for it today. City have won. City are 4 points clear in the Premier League title race. If Liverpool can slip up now, we could potentially be within a few points of them. The game is underway. The game is underway at Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and Leeds United. First time since for 17 years was the last time Chelsea have played Leeds United at Stamford Bridge with both sets of supporters in the ground, because the last meeting with Leeds was at Stamford Bridge, but only Chelsea fans were in attendance for that fixture last season. This is where Chelsea might... We just got to wait and see how this game pans out, But we'll wait and see. If any goals happens, I'll let you guys know. But guys, I'm just going to pop off quickly. I'm going to swap some stuff over.
Fair play to Villa. Liverpool went right after them, trying to close them down. They played out well, got down the left-hand side. Trent Alexander had to foul Ramsey in the end. Free kick come to nothing, but they're going to play it. They're going to pass. We've seen Arsenal go there and do that and get well beat. Let's see.
So we're just going to find out what the score is going to be today. Guys, put down your predictions in the chat.
A few minutes. Remember that 1970 FA Cup replay? Who could forget it? The most brutal game in English football.
Yeah, the most brutal game in English football. Chelsea versus Leeds in an FA Cup final in 1970, which is a very famous game for British football.
He would have given 11 red cards in one game.
So I am wearing my Chelsea shirt today just because for that luck. Because I'm also watching the game as well. But I'm not doing a watch on for the game, so I'm going to give all the games their credit, but I'm going to watch the game separately. I am watching Chelsea as a separate thing to this, as for myself. But I will keep you involved with anything happens if you do score, if anything happens in the game, if anything happens, I'll let you guys know.
Going to be a lot of defending. Still 0-0.
Goalless there. Let's go and hear about what's happening at the Emirates Stadium.
Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
Wallace got the goal there, and Tapau were number one in the charts with China in Your Hand. Remember them and the lead singer Carol Decker. Now then, how have Southampton...
Go on, Charles!
Can they win at Arsenal for the first time ever in the Premier League? How have they begun, Tim?
Yeah, they've done all right. I mean, they're going before.
Guys, put your question in the chat. I'm happy to answer any question you guys put in front of me. The stream is now live. The stream is now live. And it's 0-0 in every game. I'll know if anything pops up.
He clips him. He tries to stay on his feet. The ball rolls out for a corner. If he hits the deck, then you ask the referee to make a decision. But
it is
early stages,
Elgin City 1. And Athletic 0.
Elgin City 1 is the first goal in Scotland today. It's down in the Scottish Division 2, and Matt Cooper is the man who has got the game, got the goal. There's a goal as well to tell you about the MKM Stadium. Hull City against Bristol City. Alan McAnally is just round the corner from his home, I think. What's happened, big man?
Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon, Jeff. Yeah, you're right. Of course, that's 62. I hate that M62. But I love coming to Hull. I haven't been here for ages. In fact, the last time I saw Hull, Jeff, was when they got turned over at Wigan by 8.
Boreham Wood have scored within 60 seconds. Boreham Wood 1, Woking 0. Not a good day for Chesterfield to start off with, because Boreham Wood have taken the lead at Woking. It's Boreham Wood 0-1, Woking 0. Kane Smith with the goal. That means that Boreham Wood will finish tonight top of the league, which is not a good start in any cases for
National League. Boreham Wood are going well in the FA Cup as well, by the way. They've taken the lead. Woking, they've lost 1 of 13 in all competitions, and Kane Smith is the man who's got the goal. Sunderland going really well at home at the moment. They have the best home record in the First Division, and you can see
Hull City are 1-0 up at home to Bristol City. Sunderland are 1-0 up at home to Plymouth Argyle. So Sunderland are 1, Plymouth Argyle 0.
Alex Pritchard with the corner. He plays it across the floor, and it's Dan Neil with the goal. He does so well, just keeps his composure and just finishes it in.
At the same time, guys, I'm also watching Chelsea. Chelsea's game with Leeds.
just the second league goal.
Go on, Chelsea! AFC Wimbledon are 1-0 up away to Wickham in League 1. Wickham 0. AFC Wimbledon 1. Queen of the South 1. Dunfermline 0. Good, Chelsea. So, guys, put your question in the chat. I would be able to do like a video print this whole thing, but I don't know how you would do that. Kelty Arts are 1-0 up at home to Albion Rovers. Nathan Austin after 5 minutes.
Wimbledon has scored in the last 5 games, full of goals at the moment.
Chelsea, oh, straight at the keeper. Unlucky, but I will tell you what's going on in the Chelsea game against Leeds. Mason Mount just had a shot saved by Melier in the Leeds United goal. Still Chelsea 0, Leeds United 0, but Chelsea are on the front foot. Leeds, I've got it all to do.
Game at Kenilworth Road today. Luton against Fulham, well after 3 o'clock when they kicked off. What's happened since then, Michael?
I've got no idea neither, Jeff. I was saying that none of them wanted to come out of the tunnel. It was pouring down. Tim's game was 3 minutes in. Really surprising, but it's not really got started, to be honest, as good as you know.
Go Chelsea! Go Chelsea! Go Chelsea! Go Chelsea! Go on Chelsea!
Yeah, goalless at the moment. Luton have not beaten Fulham at home since way back in 1980, so not one of the sides they particularly enjoy playing against. Fulham, 26 away goals, way more than anybody else in the Championship. Let's go back to the game between Liverpool and Villa, where Villa are on
So guys, let me know who you support, and I can let you know how they're getting on in their fixtures. See, and you can tell me what you think of their season. Do you think they started well? Whoever you support, tell me who you support, and I will ask, do you think the season has started well? Do you think they'll do well? Do you think they get promoted? Do you think they get relegated? Do you think they'll finish mid-table? Do you think they win a trophy? Depending.
The game between Chelsea and Leeds United. Leeds have lost on the last 4 visits to Stamford Bridge, but then again, they haven't been going there very.
Good Chelsea! Well, Chelsea! Well, Chelsea!
It was a good opportunity. Well, it was a free kick, and Reece James was over the free kick.
Come on, Reece! Come on, Reece!
He just creeps to his left, and he tried.
Oh, he tried to be a sneaky little git. He tried to be a sneaky little git.
Chelsea, they dominate. It's only a matter of time. Still 0-0.
Adam Armstrong's been short of goals for Southampton. Just got the 1.
Guys, I'm just going to pop up a little bit quickly because I need to go somewhere.
Today, has he,
Won't be long.
He done brilliant.
What?
He wriggled in the tight area. He was just on the left-hand side of the penalty area, and he cuts inside. And we think he's just going to bend it into the far corner, and he uses his eyes and goes to the near post, and Ramsdale dives across it over the top, hits him on the arm, and it's a lucky save in the end. So they really started very, really well, Southampton.
Big penalty shout at Anfield. I mean, the shout came from Paul Merson. What happened, Merson?
Well, Mane plays it to Salah. Salah plays a great ball back to Mane. He's in. I think the defender comes round and pulls his arm around. It happened very quickly. He's running at pace. Referee said play on. I thought it was a penalty. They're going to have another look at it. But obviously, then I don't know what's going to happen. I thought it was a penalty. I need to see it again. Defender comes along and pulls his arm around, and Mane goes over. Mane don't look too clever. Yeah, little quick 1-2. Nah, not strong enough. It's Cassius gets hold of him. He goes down too quickly. Too quickly for me. It's no penalty. 0-0.
Yeah, it would have been incredibly soft, wouldn't it? Let's drop down to the Championship. Big game there today is Bournemouth in second place against Blackburn Rovers, who are having a great run, and they've moved up to fourth spot in the table. So Bournemouth have just 1 point off Fulham. They hit a slight wobble at the moment. Who started the better, David Craig?
Well, I've got to tell you, both teams have come flying out the traps here, Jeff. It'd be very difficult to split them. Just under 10 minutes gone. I'm not sure they can keep up this pace. No real clear-cut chances at either end, but a clear intent from both sides to go and get 3 points. 0-0.
Got to tell you about it. Harrogate have lost their last 3 home league games against Northampton Town side, who are flying high at the moment. So who's in front early on? John Temple.
It's the visitors, Jeff. It came from a right-wing corner from Pinnock, hoisted to the far post. Harrogate's marking was non-existent, and Horsfall from close range was given the freedom of the 6-yard box to turn it home. Northampton lead 1-0.
Northampton as well, they kept 10 clean sheets, more than anybody else in that division, so they might find that hard work to do. Harrogate, they do have Luke Armstrong in attack. Let's go and see how Ryan Lowe's reign as the Preston North End manager has.
And now back, folks. Harrogate Town 0, Northampton 1.
Yeah, it's a very decent start from Ryan Lowe's to new players. He's only been in charge since Tuesday. He said he's made a bit of tinkering with the tactics for the.
So at the moment it's still Chelsea 0, Leeds United 0, but Chelsea are over Leeds. Mansfield 0, Salford City 1. Yeah, Salford City can score against Mansfield, but he can't score against Chesterfield in the National League. So
Mansfield have been in a rich vein before in League 2. Well, in fact, in all competitions, they've won 8 of the last 9 in all competitions. But they've fallen behind against Salford, and Matty Lunder's got his 5th goal.
So far Chelsea are dominating this game, but just can't seem to get the goal that they crave to go up.
Now, and that will do them the power of good. And let's go find out what's happening at Kenilworth Road, shall we? Where Luton are taking on free scoring Fulham.
Leeds at the moment cannot get going. Chelsea are having all the ball, doing everything that they need to do. It's just, we just can't hit the back of the onion bag. But we are trying the best we can, and this formation's actually doing well. Go on further. Timo are out for a goal kick to Chelsea, to Leeds United, sorry. And it's still 0-0.
Joe Bryan, which you've probably seen normally a defensive unit, he's up to the edge of the box, takes a touch left foot, and he comes across it and just puts it past.
So far it is 0-0 at Stamford Bridge. Bristol Rovers 1, Rochdale 0 in the National, in the League 2.
Unbelievable bit played by Liverpool, all the way from their own half, interchanging, great movement.
So, apologies if you hear any noise, folks. I'm just having to sort some stuff out. But, guys, look, hit the like button. Sub and subscribe if you are new. Guys, I am thinking, it's MK Dons 1, Oxford United 0, Oldham Athletic 1, Forest Green Rovers 0, Yeovil 1, Barnet 0 in the National League, and Notts County are losing to Southend United. No, that'll be a shock there, no shock. Southend are beating Notts County in the National League. When you think Notts County should be winning this game, it's not. It's Southend United who are winning this game. So that's a shock and a half. Chelsea are on the boat at the moment, just passing the ball along. Ball's going long into the arms of Millier in the Leeds United goal. Still Chelsea 0, Leeds United 0 in the Premier League.
This stage of the season since 1965. In the National League, Yeovil have got a plum draw, haven't they? Home with Bournemouth in the FA Cup. They lead barred up by a goal to nil. Eddie Yusuf with his 5th
It's
goal
like stress. It's
of
like
the
stress
season.
from the
And
stress from the
Notts
hold.
County behind against Southend.
I'm
Notts
just
County sits 7th
Leeds
in
are
the
living
table.
David and out of
Southampton are
play.
the best run of the
Go,
season.
throw it to
They're
Chelsea.
unbeaten
Throw it
two.
to the Mighty
And
Blues.
they're the
Throw it
best
to the
run
Mighty
of the
Blues.
season.
Portsmouth have
Probably
scored.
has
Portsmouth have
been
scored.
Portsmouth
And
being
it is
welcomed
Marcus
by
Harnett.
Harness
For
is the man
oh,
who's
we messed
stopped
that
the
up. We
closest
messed that up with
tackle
about a
this season,
minimum of
which
4, but it's a
is personal best back in the National League. Maidenhead.
Maidenhead
It's
1-0,
150
a 1-0 down at home
York
to
Street.
Soil
Next week
Moors.
against Stockport, behind today against Solihull. Joe Sabara is the man who's got his 11th goal of the season. Sunderland starting really quickly.
Come on,
in
Chelsea.
League One against Plymouth
It's like
Argyle.
trying
Just
your
struggled
best,
a bit
but you
recently,
are
won
not
from 4
succeed.
games, and their struggles go on, Sue.
Oh,
Sunderland are
what a
2-0
goal.
up against Plymouth.
With the
Plymouth
finish,
looking like they're going to be the favourite for the league title, and now they are dropping down like a sack of poo. Because it's now Forest Green Rovers 1, Oldham Athletic 1.
They had another opportunity just before that. It was Leon Dejaku, brilliant bit of play, so much pace, gets past.
And
the
hearing
defenders
from
and just
Chesterfield
to save
that
Intrusive, but
the
sometimes
travelling
they push
fans
on
are in
top
full,
and
are in
Sunderland-
full voice. That's what we want from Chesterfield. The fans being in full voice. And if we have sold out that away end, well done to the club and the fans.
Yes, absolutely.
And hopefully
Here, but David
we see
Silva
something
done
good
the
in the second
absolute
half.
his
That
sublime
can
strike.
rile
30 yards out, he
rile
was
the
right-footed strike.
team.
It was
Get
superb
going.
into the top left corner.
Because at the
Let's see
moment,
what
the results are
happens
going alright.
defensively,
We
though,
just gotta
as
wait and
you
see.
mentioned, Jack Aitchison with his 5th goal of the season from close range slides the ball through the keeper's
So at the moment,
Not many
results
Oldham fans in
are
attendance to
not
witness
going
this
Chesterfield's
this
way at the
afternoon. They
moment,
stayed away
but
today
as
part of the End
much
the
as
Park protest
it's
against
still
the
early
Hereford
doors in this game,
They
but we
never
are
got
expecting
to
it's
the
going to
Football League.
take
They're currently
something
91st
of a
in
miracle
the
for
Football League,
anyone
and
to
fans
get
are trying
a
to
winner
do
in
their
this
bit
game. I
before
would
it's
say
too
that
late. Here they
Sheffield are
go,
going to be
Forest Green
Grimsby are
Rovers won.
7th in the league, and Sheffield are 2nd.
Fans, isn't it? Because you're not doing your team any favours by staying away, but on the other hand, how else do you protest? Oldham, by the way, they've lost 7 times at home this season. If you look back, they've lost 22 of their last 33 home games. Absolutely astonishing. Let's go and hear what's been going on, shall we, in the game between MK Dons and Oxford. A lot, I think. Jonathan Bills.
Yeah, fair bit actually. We've had a disallowed goal, but a
Chelsea have cleared it. Leeds have had their first attempt on goal, and it is saved. It is cleared away by Reece James. So far, so good for the Mighty Blues. 0-0. Not a lot has happened, but it...
Left-footed strike under pressure, but he got it between the keeper and the near post. And then a couple of minutes later, it was Matty Taylor with his.
It is stressful. It is stressful.
15 minutes in. It's a good game of football so far, Jeff. It's MK Dons 1, Oxford 0.
Boreham Wood are 2 up now against Woking. Gus Mafuta scored in the top win.
Chesterfield, we have to score, boys. We have to score.
It's Morton 0. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1.
It is 2-0, folks. It is 2-0 to Boreham Wood. Gus Mafuta with the goal. Well, teams are not doing us any favours and helping us because they look like they're crawling. They're literally like falling apart for most teams. But when they play against Chesterfield, they always seem to want to play.
We're going to go and find out what's happening at the London Road, shall we? Peterborough not scored in their last 5 games, let alone 1. They're up against Millwall today. First blood to which side? Dickie Davis.
To Millwall, Jeff. It's a nice move as well. Scott Malone just lifts it over defender's head. Jed Wallace
So far,
knows he's got the beat of the defender. Puts it into the middle. Tom Bradshaw simply running in. He's on fire at the moment. Slots it home past
so
the keeper.
at
Easy
the moment, it sounds like the away supporters are in fine voice at Grimsby tonight. So that's
started really well from what I've seen at the Emirates, Tim, and now they've got an opportunity.
Ward-Prowse stands over it. It's on the edge of the box. You see, oh, it's to the left
So, guys,
side, but you'd fancy a
it's-
target here. They've started brilliantly. They've really dominated.
it's
the game.
Peterborough 0,
They create chances as
Millwall
well.
1,
They just passed it for
Ross
passing
County
plays
0,
like
Dundee
Arsenal
1.
Arsenal keep rolling it out from the back. It keeps getting nicked off them in the final third. And Southampton have had chance after chance. He's standing over this. You know, we know what a good technician he is in these situations, Jeff. He's taking his time with it.
Go on. They're dominating. They're getting the ball rolling. It's Cheltenham 1. Lincoln 0. Alfie May with the goal in 17 minutes. Chelsea are absolutely dominating this game. Leeds cannot get a foothold in the game. Leeds are just all over the place. They can't seem to get a touch of the ball. And it's just going to be a matter of time before Chelsea take the lead in this game. It's going to take a matter. It's going to take a matter of time before it happens. Oh, Alonso again gives the ball away. Stranraer 1, Cowdenbeath 0 in League 2. In the Scottish League 2. So guys, put in the chat. What team you support? Tell me how you think their season is going. I'd like to know. I don't mind whoever you support, but if you support a Man City or a Man United or a Liverpool, it'd be nice to know how you think our season's going. If you think that we're going to be up there come the end of the season. And it is 1-0 to Tranmere Rovers away at Exeter. 1-0 Tranmere Rovers.
Just the second goal of his career. Tricky piece of goalkeeping a moment or two ago, Merce. What happened?
Yeah, great save by Martinez. Great
Come on.
from the right. Causing havoc down
We're just going to keep playing, and that's all we can do at the moment is do what we need to do our game, and do what we need to do, because there's not much we can do other than set up. You might have a stream very late tonight, because I'm thinking about doing a special stream, but it'll be a very long stream tonight. Very, very long stream, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll wait and see how it goes.
Van Dijk got booked, but now Liverpool again. And it's offside. Jamwinga just over the bar, 0-0.
Hasn't scored this season. Off to Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea have got a bit of defending to do, Clinton.
Come on, Chelsea!
Needs have been in their half. It's Rafinha. It's just about, I'd say...
Jorginho again, giving away a foul. Nothing new there. If you guys want to know what's going on, put something in the chat. Put something in the chat. It's Accrington Stanley 1, Bolton Wanderers 0 in League 1.
Mendy made a kind of a meal out of it, to be fair.
I like Mendy, but Mendy at the moment being a little bit hesitant to do things, to do this, that and t'other. But you just have to wait.
Well defended at the back post, and it's been dealt with, but it's a good save from Mendy from Rafinha.
Mendy's really good when it comes to saving anything at the...
I always knew that Rafinha was going to go for goal. That is for sure. And Mendy did not look secure at all. Accrington 1, Bolton 0. Tommy Lee has got that goal, and there's a goal to tell you about at the Emirates where it's been all...
Oh, what a save, Edouard Mendy. What a save.
You'll know what's happened.
Wouldn't you believe it? I mean, Lacazette was coming from...
Arsenal are 1-0 up at home to Southampton. It's 1 Southampton 0. Arsenal 1.
The last few, he just kicked it up the field. Arteta's on the side of the pitch saying, no, we play out. I understand why Ramsey's changed it, but now they pay out from the back. Look at this move. Goes back to the right-hand side, go into the pivot, come out wide again.
This game's going well. The game's going fast, and it's ebbing and flowing. We just got to keep. You just got to keep going. Do what you need to do in games of this magnitude. It's gonna take time. We are playing really well. It's just we're giving stupid fouls in stupid positions, which we got no need to do.
It just shows you. Mikel will be telling them, if you play out, that's what happens. But they can't. Listen, if you play out and you keep turning it over, they'll get back in this game as well, Southampton. But it's like picking the right times to do it. 1-0 Arsenal.
But they did it brilliantly.
Free kick to Leeds. 20 minutes played. 0-0. Just to let you guys know.
Southampton, Falkirk 0, Cove Rangers 1, Morgan Neal.
Falkirk 1, Cove Rangers 0, Bournemouth 0, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Been in terrific form. Who are in front, David Craig?
Yes, and you have to say they've deserved it since you were last with us, Jeff. They've had an all-out attack on the Bournemouth goal. They've got their just desserts. Ball played into the box. Couldn't see.
Well done, Mendy.
There was a clamour of players.
Guys, if you like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like, subscribe if you are new.
Very quickly, Travis couldn't hold on to it and scooped it into the back of the net. It's Bournemouth 0, Blackburn 1.
Torquay are 1-0 up away at home to Stockport.
Or an own goal. So what we're giving it at the moment. Not sure when Ben Pearson got it, whether it was already over the line or not. Torquay in the National League, they lead by...
Walsall are 1-0 up against Colchester.
Will Collar has put through his own net there. Of course, the two managers there, Gary Johnson and Dave Challen, were opponents in the playoff final of the National League last season. Walsall have taken the lead against Colchester United. Colchester have not scored in the last 5 away league games, and they're behind. Otis Khan has got that goal. It's his first one. By the way, listen to this with Colchester. They've failed to score, or rather, they've only scored in 4 of the last 22 away games. Unthinkable. Goal at Kenilworth Road. Which way, Michael Dawson?
It's gone to Fulham and it's Mitrovic.
Fulham are 1-0 up. Away at Luton. 1-0 Fulham.
It's an outswinger. He's tossing at the back stick. He keeps it alive. He heads it down. I think it's Sonny Brandy who keeps it off the line. You don't keep it off the line for Mitrovic. 2 yards out, tapping. 1-0 Fulham. It's been coming. They've been
Stockport have equalised
without having any real opportunity at goal. Eventually,
and the guy who scored the own goal has now equalised for Stockport.
His worst run of the season is over. He hadn't scored in his previous 2. Will Collar, having put through his own goal, put Torquay in front, 2 minutes later, he scored at the right end to put Stockport back on level terms. Wigan are having a great season.
Wigan are 1-0 up home to Ipswich.
They lead Ipswich, of course, who parted company with Paul Cook last week. They are yet to replace him on a permanent basis and are behind today. Andy Walker.
Yeah, Callum Lang has got 5 and 5. Ipswich have just had a claim for a penalty, but that's been denied. Yeah, Callum Lang has got 5 and 5. Jeff now make it 6 and 6. He was on hand at the back.
Come on, Chelsea, we can play better. We are playing really well. It's just can we actually get something at the end of it? Kingsling 1, Dover 0.
Great start from Wigan. They lead 1-0.
And that is Kings Lynn and Dover, second from bottom and bottom in the National League. Kings Lynn.
Dunfermline have equalised away at home to Queen of the South.
One stage, so it's a good start. Josh Barrett has got that goal. And in Scotland, Dunfermline have equalised. They've won 2 of the last 16 games. And second from bottom, Kai Kennedy is the man who's got the goal that's put them in front. So in the Premier League at the moment, just the one goal to tell you about in those 3 o'clock kickoffs. And what a goal it was at the Emirates. From one end of the field, a sweeping move to the other. And Alexandre Lacazette scored the goal that put Arsenal in front. We're back with more in a couple of minutes on this Gillette Soccer Saturday.
What the hell? Oh. How is that not a foul, ref?
Upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette.
At Wex Photo Video, we have the right people to make sure moments like these are paired with the right camera for you.
So far, it's been not bad. I've had a lot of goals to keep you on about. It's Rotherham 1, Burton Albion 0. Freddie Ladapo has scored for Rotherham United, who at the moment are top of League 1. And Harrogate have equalised at home to Northampton. And Ross County have equalised at home to Dundee. And also Ross County have gone 2-1 up within the same minute. Oh, within less than 60 seconds. Ross County have gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Oh my God. You never thought you'd see the day. But, okay. What's happening here at Stamford Bridge? Marcos Alonso has got the ball because the ball actually changed his motion. He missed the ball. Port Vale 1, Newport County 0. And it looks like I do not know what's going on at Stamford Bridge. I have clearly no idea what's going on at Stamford Bridge. I have literally no idea. I have physically no idea what's going on at the bridge at the moment. Something is happening, which there's a VAR check for a potential penalty to Leeds United. And let's see.
Sponsored by Gillette.
Leeds United have a penalty. Marcos Alonso had no need to come in the challenge and also a 2-0 up against Southampton. Wednesday have scored.
But there's a penalty at Stamford Bridge. Clinton Morrison.
And it's a goal to Leeds. The penalty was Dan James knocked it through Marcos Alonso's legs. And from a different angle, it looked like he gets the ball, but when you see the perfect...
And Leeds are 1-0 up at home to...
Rafinha steps up.
Leeds are 1-0 up against Chelsea.
He stutters it, and he's so confident. He's straight down the middle, but Mendy doesn't dive. It just beats him and into the middle of the goal. 1-0 Leeds.
They never miss. It's the 16th penalty in a row that Leeds have scored. Meanwhile, Arsenal have doubled their lead against Southampton. The first goal was a thing of beauty. Was this its equal, Tim Sherwood?
2-0. 2-0 to Arsenal. Odegaard scores the second one. Tommy Asu gets the ball played back to him. He's 30 yards out. He just flies it to the far post. Tierney comes in on the volley. Miskicks it. Then crosses it. Gets blocked. And he heads it into the 6-yard box. And Odegaard just arrives in. A chance here. Oh, Caballero cleans it up. They're just counter-attacking really, really effectively, Arsenal. You know, like Saka is getting on the ball. He really makes a difference for them. But 2-0 Arsenal. And they were struggling in this game, but they're not anymore.
Crew 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. The skipper Barry Bannon's got the goal for Wednesday, unbeaten in 11 league games. Oldham behind now against Forest Green in the second division, and Jamil Matter's having a great season. His 13th goal of the campaign. He's got 5 in 5 and an 11 against Elgin City's their top goal scorer. I think, beg your pardon, it's Dominic Doherty who's got the goal there. And Albion Rovers level at Kelty Hearts. And there might easily have been a penalty at Anfield. Paul Merson.
Yeah, I thought it could have been a penalty as Robinson cuts inside. Cash does brilliant. And then as he goes to cut inside again, I thought Marvellous just caught him and he went over. It is slippery. The ref said it wasn't enough. And all of a sudden, Robertson far post. I think he might be brought down again. Then Salah. And then he's offside. But it's all Liverpool. I thought he could have given a penalty, but he didn't give one. And it's still 0-0.
Won the last 6 in all competitions, are getting closer and closer. Emi Martinez is going to have a mighty busy afternoon. You feel might be a penalty, Mus?
No.
Okay. Let's go instead then off to the New York Stadium, shall we? Rotherham, top of the table on goal difference at the moment. They're unbeaten in the club record, 19 games, and they're in front against Burton Albion. Early doors, or relatively early doors. Let's go and hear about it, shall we? Nick Johnson.
Yes, Jeff, it's Freddie Ladapo with the goal midway through the half. Ollie Rathbone it was who pulled the ball back to Ben Wiles, who fired in a low shot now as Ladapo to get the all-important touch to divert the ball into the net. Rotherham 1, Burton 0.
He's got 10 for the season, 6 in his last 7 home games. Let's go and hear how Sheffield Wednesday have taken the lead at Cresty Road against Crewe then, shall we? Bob Hall.
Yes, Barry Bannon is Darren Moore's captain. He's been around a while. He's not the tallest player on the field, but my word, what an eye for goal he's got. Beautiful shimmy, went left, went right, and as soon as he saw the goalkeeper off his line, buried it in the bottom corner. Lovely goal. Crewe 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
It's just his second goal in over a year. Forest Green unbeaten in the club record, 12 away league games. Can they carry that on? It's beginning to look like it. They've turned things right round at Boundary Park. Abby Davis. Got the goal. Charlton have taken the lead against Cambridge. Connor Washington is the man who's got the goal that's put the home side in front. They've won 5 of the last 6 home games. They're unbeaten in those 6. It's Washington with his 6th goal of the campaign. Let's go see what's happening in the Championship at St Andrews, Birmingham City against Cardiff City. Both really in need of the points. First news of this one from Bianca.
Yes, it's been a decent game actually, although the goal's only just come, and it's Troy Deeney. It's a really nice take from him. Straight from the goalkeeper, right out into the midfield, pass forward to Troy Deeney, takes a touch, past the defender and finishes it like he does to get his 4th league goal of the season. It's been a really good game with a few chances, most of them coming from Cardiff. They've had the most clear-cut chances, but the final ball just hasn't been good enough. Kiefer Moore lifted one over the bar. James Collins had a good chance from close range, but he hit it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. And it's Birmingham who draw first blood, and it's Troy Deeney, the captain, to make it Birmingham City 1, Cardiff 0.
And now Canavan of Bradford has been sent off against Sutton is goalless at the moment.
Go on, Chelsea. Stupid decision from Marcos Alonso to go make a challenge where Dan James wasn't going anywhere in the box and made a stupid challenge.
Under a lot of pressure at the moment, and Liverpool continue to attack Merse.
Yeah, they got a corner, but unfortunately a minute ago, Jeff Allinson come out, didn't really time his run, and it was marvellous, went round him. He tries to cross it in, Young, who tried to cross it in, it was cleared away. But now they're up the other end, it's just relentless at the moment. Some of the football they're playing is different class, and they've got another corner, Robinson on the left-hand side, going with an outswinger. All of a sudden, the outswinger, and it's brought in.
Notts County have equalised at home to Southend, 1-1.
And it's another corner to Liverpool.
Chesterfield have just hit the bar. Chesterfield have just hit the bar.
Just don't score goals at all away from home. Bradford have been reduced to 10 men with now Canavan sent off. In the same instant, Rob Milsom has scored for Sutton from the penalty spot. They've lost their last 3 away games in all competitions. They're having an excellent season.
Guys, put your question in the chat. I'm not going to answer any questions you guys put in front of me.
Roberts has got the goal there. Back in League 2, Leyton Orient so strong at home. Easily top home goal scorers, but behind against Crawley, and George Frankham is the man who's got the goal.
It is just ridiculous how Leeds could have one chance, and what was annoying, that Marcos Alonso wasn't in his correct position, allowed Dan James into that space where he should have been, and he made a stupid challenge when he was no need to do it. And what he did is he actually lifted his foot over the ball. If he touched the ball, he would have got it. He would have got it. He would have got to the ball. But what he...
-8 points. It's a Harry Ransom goal that's put them
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how rich he can go, and he let the ball go through his legs, and also he let the ball go. He went over the ball. If he went over the ball, if he touched some of that ball, it would have not been a pen. And what did he do? He puts his foot over the ball so that he missed the touch on the ball. It's stupid.
It's a red card. I can see yellow being brandished right now. What's happening?
Yeah, it's a terrible tackle from Reece James on Dan James. Oh, yeah, he goes with his right foot and his left foot comes back. No, it would be a yellow card. It's a yellow card. It's not a red card. It's slippery. He slipped over. If it was higher, it would have been a red card. But the referee makes the right decision. It's yellow card. It's out of control, Reece James. But it is a yellow card. It's not high.
Not having things their own way, though, are they? At the moment, VAR have taken. Look, I think they've come to the same conclusion that the referee Chris Kavanagh is right. Mike Dean is the VAR there. So let's go off to the Championship, shall we? Stoke City, who sit in 6th place in the table against the Middlesbrough side, who are improving against Chris Wilder, won the last couple of games. Who's having the better of this one? Courtney Sweetman-Kirk.
Yeah, it's 0-0 at the moment, Jeff, but both teams have had their chances, 2 big chances, but the best one definitely goes to Middlesbrough.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, folks. We just can't get going. We've had most of the possession. Leeds have had one chance of going forward. We give a foul in the wrong place, and they score from it.
Somehow he gets it completely wrong, misses the ball. He should have his 4th goal of the season, but he doesn't put it away. And then at the other end, Tyrese Campbell, who I think has been fantastic today for Stoke. He's been the bright spark, and it's a lovely dip ball in, and he does really well with his first.
It's just ridiculous. I don't know why we're not playing that bad. It's just we got silly players who are doing silly things.
Theo Robinson's equalised for 10-man Bradford against Sutton United. Sutton United's lead was extremely short-lived. Now then, Fulham and Bournemouth are the top 2, of course, in the Championship. West Brom are the only Championship side that are unbeaten at home. They are 6 points off the automatic promotion places. They need to beat Reading really today.
Come on, Chelsea!
Who's having the better of things? Johnny Phillips.
Oh, it's one-way traffic, this, as far as West Bromwich Albion are concerned. They've created a hatful of chances, just not taken any of them. The first came from a Reading slip, actually, when Holmes, the fullback, just inadvertently played the ball into Carlin Grant. It was a great opportunity, but a really good...
Guys, put your question in the chat.
It's Joe. Callum Robinson's had 4 chances alone, and only one of those has hit a target, and Alex Mowat also testing Southwood in the Reading goal with a long-range
Pissed
shot.
off.
So really, the Reading keepers had to be on his game, and yet again, he's just watched the shots.
No, what's annoying, it's stupid Marcos Alonso's fault. It's his fault.
12 attempts on goal now. Reading are yet to have any attempt.
No, because the difference was he allowed Dan James to go into the area where he should have been, and basically allowed him to get that touch for him, the ball to go underneath him. So it meant if he fouled him in the box, it would be a pen. He was clever enough to get that one touch. And the nearly, and we've had Leeds have had one chance, and it's been that penalty.
and Kelly, who were our engaged couple before the start of the game at the Emirates, and they're both big gooners.
It's a disgrace.
It's
It's showing that we cannot cope without a certain left back. Without that left back in this team, we are playing rubbish since he got injured. So
upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette.
Oh, Halifax have scored. Yeah, but but the difference was.
It's about glory. Tales of glory.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas special.
Yeah, but the difference is, and what we've just found out, that Leeds are basically using Dan James and using no one. Because Dan James is basically ripping a Marcos Alonso a new one. Marcos Alonso can't literally cope with the pace. That's how the Oh, that's a disgraceful challenge. Literally, the player jumped 2-footed off the ground to get into Werner. If he doesn't get booked for that, then it's a disgrace. Nah, Chris Kavanagh, you are a disgrace to football. You are a disgrace to football. How can you book someone like Reece James for a similar tackle, but he slipped? But this person actually does 2 feet off the ground into the back of Werner, and he doesn't get booked or looked at. Disgrace. VAR and referees don't like Chelsea. It's a disgrace. Though, this is why I don't like certain referees. And Chris Kavanagh is one of them. Because, in fairness, they looked at one for Reece James because he possibly could have been sent off because he went quite rashly into it. So did Tyler Roberts. And what they do, they not look at it. They look at Chelsea players when they foul a Leeds player and look at it. But they won't do when a Leeds player looks at the Chelsea player. It's a disgrace. Is it supposed to be an equal sport? Not when you're refereeing a Chelsea game. It's one team and one team only. And that's what it's looking like this game. Because that could have easily ended his season for Timo Werner. Timo Werner. Because literally Tyler Roberts for Leeds United literally jumped 2 feet off the ground and went into the back of Timo Werner's ankle, and they didn't look at it for VAR. Didn't look at it, but they looked at a similar incident done by Reece James, and he for a sending off. But they didn't look at it for Leeds. Player did it, so it's a disgrace.
Cove Rangers, who are flying at the moment in the Scottish League One, they're 2 goals to the good now away at Falkirk.
And now is that a foul when he's going for the ball and just Melier is literally just standing still and literally and adding on the foul.
Ross County 1, Dundee 2, and Luke McCowan, who got the first goal for Dundee, has got the second as well. Let's go find out what's happening in the game at Anfield then, shall we? It's goalless Liverpool against Aston Villa. It sounds like it's been one-way traffic. Villa managed.
We've actually played really all right. It's just one player did something stupid.
Run and slipped, and Young got around him, but Drake defended my Matic. Yeah, it's just one-way traffic. Keeper's come out again, Allison. He's very slow, and Young's played it past him. And
I wouldn't be surprised if Alonso is taken off at half time for that.
But to be fair, Villa are defending very, very well. 0-0, 40 minutes.
Yeah, Southampton started so bright.
And you know that Aubameyang's not playing for Arsenal.
From bad to worse, Tim, for them.
Yeah, Armstrong on the floor. It looks like he needs to come off. Yeah, they're going to make a change. Maybe Shane Long, who's on the bench.
Come on! Yes! Shoot! Do something!
Without doubt, I mean, it sounds strange. 2-0 down to Arsenal.
Come on! Yes! Ball! In the box! Yes! No!
They just can't control Lacazette. Has been outstanding. Really, really.
Come on, we need to get something back in this because we do not deserve to be losing this game. We deserve, and Marcos Alonso needs to make up for his mistake. He needs to make up in a big way for his mistake by doing something. Even if it's a goal or an assist, he's made up for it in a massive way. If anything happens in this game, go on, make a mistake, Leeds. Make a mistake. Make a mistake. Make a mistake. Alonso, yes, that's not a foul. Yes, Timo, Alonso, putting the ball in the back stick. Alonso, Mount, yeah! Come on! And who saves us? Me! Mason Mount has saved Chelsea again. And he's made up for his mistake. Because he would have got a roll. That is saved him from a rollerkin at half time. Literally, he went for the ball. He got hold of the ball, but the player literally just fell over like a sack of shite. But to give him credit, and this is what I like about certain players, the Leeds player got straight back up after that challenge. That shows that there was nothing bad in that challenge. But he put it in the box, and Money Mace saved Chelsea yet again. That's why he's the best player at this club. That's why he's player of the season last season, and why he won every award, and that shows why. So when you're down and out, rely on Eminem. Because that's his nickname that I'm calling him now, Eminem.
Put the ball at risk at times, and Luton have just had an opportunity. It's the first time they've really been in the game because they've been chasing shadows for periods of the game. But Musquet up top for them, they cause problems.
Come on!
Right, and he chops back inside.
Come on! Mason Mount! Woo! Be back in the mode! Be back in the mode!
Luton have had. It's been awful. It's still 1-0.
Let's count on Newcastle have got 3 now at Morton. Billy McCarthy with his 11th of the season, and no sooner have Leeds seen their league disappear at Stamford Bridge than they find themselves in a very tricky position, Clinton.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 23, 24 yards. Not 25, Jeff, but 23, 24 yards out. Dangerous position.
That's a shame because Alonso's good from 25 yards.
Oh, is he? Well, then it might be Reece James who takes it then, because they're both over the ball, but it looks like it will be Alonso, to be fair. He's waiting, the referee's waiting the wall to get back, but Reece James is there as well. They're both really good at free kicks, so it's a big opportunity for Chelsea. Yeah, Jeff, he's standing up now to take it. It's Alonso way over the bar. Still 1-1.
Nah, yeah, was never going to dip quickly enough. That is for sure. 1 apiece is the scoreline in that one. Let's go off to Anfield. What a save. Well, no prizes of guessing which keeper's made the save. Man.
Yeah, it is Martinez this time. Salah gets in down the right. Mings comes over. He just cuts inside Mings and gives the goalie the eyes to the near post. Great save by Martinez. Still 0-0.
Still goalless, not being Liverpool's half so far. Remember, they're the only side to score in every Premier League game so far this season. They left it to the 94th minute, didn't they, against Wolves to continue that record. They've been made the weight by Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa at the moment. Stenhouse Muir 0, Edinburgh City 1 in Scottish League 2. Edinburgh City have won 4 of the last 5 away games, and Stephen Bronski is the man who's got the goal. Let's put them in front at Ockle View. Let's go down to the South Coast, shall we, and see what's happening in the Bournemouth-Blackburn game. Blackburn leading by a goal to 0. Bournemouth have only suffered 1 home defeat so far this season. They're a point behind Fulham. Fulham are in front. Any sign of the home side getting back level, David Craig?
They're really putting in a good shift to try and get an equaliser, Jeff, but they just really can't get anything away on goal. The Blackburn back four defending manfully at the minute. Blackburn leading by that Ben Pearson goal on 20 minutes. This is a very different Blackburn side that on the 3rd of November got beaten 7-0 by Fulham. Tony Mowbray said they'd respond. They've done that. They've won 4 out of their last 5, drawn 1, and they're winning here. 1-0 Blackburn.
Mansfield are 2-1 up now against Salford, so they turned that round. McLaughlin with the
here we go.
Forest Green 3-1 up at Oldham. Jewel Matt has got 2.
Oh, so now I've got to change another score on my list. I'm going to look for it. Get in there, Chelsea. 1 lead to fucking get in. Having to 0-0 and Chesterfield a 0-0, but Chesterfield have had the best chance of the game. We've come the closest by hitting the bar.
Let's go back to the game at the Emirates.
It would have been a weird goal because it was just basically just a simple cross and it just ended up hitting the bar. And it's from one. Yeah. Go on, go on. Oh.
With the delivery of Ward-Prowse, you'd hope they would. So the ball's going to come in now. He's an in-swing up from the.
Havertz has nearly scored.
He swings it in towards Ramsdale. Ramsdale comes and demands his area there, collects it, and now he's holding.
Nope. Timo Werner's up front.
Puts him on the attack. Martinelli goes straight through. 1v1. Now he's 1v1.
They say what they're saying is the reason why Timo Werner's starting because he's on confidence at the moment. Oh, and how is Timo? Oh, who's that? How is Havertz missed from about 3 yards out? Havertz has missed from 3 yards. But I'm just trying to see if it was something happened. Ah, it would have been on target, but he took a nick of a Leeds United player and went over.
The offside trap, fired in a low shot. Victor Johansson got a hand to the ball, but couldn't prevent it crossing the line. And it's half-time now. Rotherham 1, Burton 1.
First goal in 13 games. Wickham 0 at Wimbledon 1 at half-time. Wickham Wanderers, who sit near the top of League One. They're only off the top on goal difference, but behind it.
Oh, we knew he scored. Jethro knew he scored in stoppage time in the first half. Just couldn't get a chip right. Unlucky. Unlucky Mandeville with that one.
Preston under Ryan Lowe for the first time, being held by Barnsley as goals. MK Dons one up against Oxford. Rotherham and Burton level. Bradford and Sutton level.
So it sounds like we're dominating that game against Grimsby, but just can't score. It's going to take 1 goal to win that game.
In 6 games, and Blackburn lead up Bournemouth by.
That's I can see that happening.
Chelsea 1 Leeds 1 is a half-time score.
I'll take that. I'll take that half-time 1-1.
Let's go up to St Andrews. Birmingham led by a goal to 0 against Cardiff. There's been a goal late in the first half.
When everything goes wrong at Chelsea, Mason Mount always steps up to save us. Most times. Oi! Another goal for Birmingham. First goal. The first one was by Troy Deeney. Man like Troy. His FIFA card's electric. Man like Troy.
2-0 to Birmingham. They've won 3 of the last 4 home games, and there's been a few issues. Lee Bowyer not too happy, I think, with some of the spending on lack of spending.
Way, Portsmouth are 1-0 up still, so that's good.
46 minutes, 2-0 the scoreline there. Arsenal 2 up against Southampton. Southampton have had their chances as well.
Solihull Moors 3, Maidenhead 0.
Against 6 from bottom. Solihull have got a 3rd goal before half-time against Maidenhead.
Yeah, that's why if we just score 1 goal, it puts us back top. That's all we need is 1 goal.
Hope they've got more cause for celebration than they have today. Against the Solihull side, are in good form. Looking for a 3rd straight win. Mansfield 2 up against Salford at half-time. Tranmere lead at extras.
Kabongo is actually up front. Is actually starting.
Notts County and Southend are level. Bristol Rovers lead. Rochdale, Liverpool and Aston Villa goalless at half-time. Let's dash off to Kenilworth Road. Any sign of an equalising goal from the home team, Mike?
Because usually we go 2 up front, usually.
I would say, Jeff, and the only way it's going to come is James Breeze. There's no he's playing as a right wing back, but he gets up and down, and it's a cross for him, and he pulls it back to Musway, and he has an air shot. He misses it.
It's basically the same team that started the game against Salford. Basically, it's the same team.
But that is the only real time that they look creative. He's down the right with James Bree, but it's still 1-0 Fulham, and it's just.
Which I agree with him on that one, because those players got the club a big massive tie by winning that game, so those players deserve to start the game, the next game.
2-1 up against Ross County, and in League 2 it is Barrow 0, Swindon 0. Barrow haven't scored in the last 5 games in all competitions. Well, they haven't scored either today, but they are at least on a level.
And all we need is 1 chance, and we came close with 2. Yeah.
2. We'll have all the half times for you in just 40 seconds. You can count them.
I don't know. I have no idea. He was just happy about. He said he just wanted any. He said in a post-match interview after that game, he's happy with whatever they got. But he said he wanted a big team, but he didn't state which one. But he said he would be happy with any. I have no idea. That's why I'm just going to check. Yeah, because I can check. I wouldn't be surprised if he was an Ipswich fan, because he was born in Ipswich. So he's because that's his the team that. Wow, I didn't know this. His youth career, before he became professional, his youth career at Charlton Athletic and Luton Town.
But Arsenal lead by 2 goals to 0. Alexandre Lacazette with the goals first in 9.
I have no idea.
Who's got 3.
Even though I've got.
Arsenal have won the last 4 home Premier League games, kept clean sheets in the last 3, and they're doing both of those things.
Oh, Torquay United, the 2-1 up against Stockport.
Armstrong to injury. Chelsea won.
The one thing I will say is, Man City, you are cheaters.
Inside the box, putting Leeds in front.
No, the penalty that was given was never a penalty, and it's everyone saying that was never a penalty. And it's because it's Man City and because it's at the Etihad, it got given, and it always seems to happen. But the shittest decisions go Man City's way.
but they've been
'Cause
unable to find a way past Emi
Yeah,
Martinez in the
yeah.
last
But the interesting thing was the ball hit Martinho's armpit, and everyone knew it did, but the referee still give it as a penalty.
Right at the end of the first half, and then a
Which beggars belief. So it means, and I even said this to Russia. Had messaged him and said, if that was given to Liverpool, and they had that decision, it would have been given. If that happened to Chelsea, it wouldn't be given.
In the Championship, good first 45 minutes as far as Birmingham City are concerned.
Because it was later on, it was just during the game, because he said Man City cheating again, and I just went, you're right there, because that was never a pen. In a million years, the only team I could see getting something similar to that would be Liverpool, because they always seem to get decisions like that, like Man City do. When you'd think, would we be exactly the same? No, because most referees don't like us. No, I might not have got given that unless it involves Ronaldo being fouled. Then I would say yes.
Danny Ward's goal looked to have secured the points for Huddersfield, but Matt Godden equalised in the 90th minute, the sixth time this season that Coventry have scored in the 90th minute.
Except if you're Mike Dean, because Mike
got the goal that's put them in front against Bristol City. Lost that.
Yeah, because he's Tranmere Rovers.
Fulham lead at Luton.
But he's because he's Tranmere Rovers.
With his 22nd goal of the campaign. Millwall lead by a goal to 0 against Peterborough. Tom Bradshaw got it. Peterborough not scored in
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Club record is 6. Set nearly.
I'm trying to think because I remembered another. I'm trying to think of another good referee that I remember. Peter Walton. He was a good referee in the Premier League, and I know he was the only other referee I've known in history of referees that didn't support a Premier League side that's ever been a Premier League referee. Because he's Northampton Town. And also, yeah. Oh, but can you remember that game where we lost 2-0 to them, and everyone said it was a conspiracy because both referees in that game ended up worked for the Manchester FA for football. And that was, I think, if I was correct, one of them was Chris Kavanagh, and we don't like him because he works for the Manchester FA for football. Yep. Wait, the one player that everyone says shouldn't be playing in League One. He's the only player in that team that doesn't deserve to be playing in that league. Because he's not a League One. Yeah.
Against Shrewsbury.
Who?
Another side looking for a manager. They lead through.
I'm just checking chart. Yeah, but you want to know what's gone downhill? AKA Plymouth Argyle. Hey, the goal for Charlton was Connor Washington.
More than they have. Portsmouth lead against Morecambe was Marcus Harness, who's equalled his PB now. That's his 10th goal.
Used to play for Hearts, but didn't get game time, unfortunately. So he went to Charlton, which is getting game time.
Rotherham led through Freddie Ladapo's 10th of the season.
Yep.
As they look for a club record 20th.
The one that seems to have a bad omen. Bolton losing at Accrington. They seem to have a bad omen.
Early Sunderland goal, Dan Neil just his second league goal, and then Nathan Broadhead has got 4 now, putting Sunderland.
Yeah, because they're saying because I remember watching one video from a boat.
Having drawn the opening. Wigan lead by a goal to 0 against Ipswich, another club looking for a manager in that division. Callum Lang has got the goal.
I remembered when Crewe Alexandria used to be in what used to be Division 2, was now called the Championship.
Jack Rodoni has got the only goal of the first half.
Yeah. And you want to know who's who's going to score the winner for Mansfield at the moment? Reece Oates. He put them 2-1 up.
Rob Milson's penalty. This is after Niall Canavan being sent off, but Theo Robinson equalised for the 10 men.
And do you know what's so funny? Salford can score against Mansfield, but they can't score against a National League side.
Bristol Rovers, Exeter behind against Tranmere Rovers. It's an Elliot Nelson. This is the second Tranmere goal putting them in front. Exeter.
Yeah, it's.
Northampton. This time Northampton.
It still beggars belief, because I was expecting Salford to score against Chesterfield in that game, and they should have scored, but then it takes them to. It doesn't. They beggars belief.
The only side to score in every home league game in that division, but not
how
so
good we
far
were
today,
defensively.
against the bottom club who are winless away from home. Crawley lead at Leyton Orient. George Frankham scored for them. Mansfield 2-1 up against Salford. Salford took the lead through Matty Lunn, but Reece
Goals.
and McLaughlin.
And yet again, Asante. Yeah.
Port Vale lead at Newport by
Yeah.
goal to nil. Ben
Yeah.
Charity has got 4 in
Yeah,
Asante.
Asante didn't score for them. It was Matty Lund.
Of the season, but Oldham, I mentioned that record, 22 defeats in 33 home games, and it looks like it's not going to improve. Aitchison and 2 Jamwinga.
Whoever that player is, I would think
They've
it.
never lost against Oldham in the league.
I can't remember which player it was, but if I think who it could be, then you're messing with the wrong person. I need to try to remember who it was. Jeez, fucking hell. Playing career. Oh, if it was Matt, if it was Oyaleki, then you literally he squares up to he's a hard person because he goes in for he's like a sort of player that who likes to do like 80s style challenges. Does not care how he ends up. He sometimes injures himself in challenges, but will go for it. No, because I can't do it because I'll be doing a lot of different sides today. So. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm just looking at. Wow. James Rowe is actually a son of a former football manager who managed. Wow, he managed Ipswich Town in the 80s. So he must have. His father's even managed St Vincent and Grenadines. Just before half time has put Gary Johnson's side in front. 8 of their previous 10 goals, by the way, for Torquay. I'm thinking about doing a watch-along for that game. For that thing. It'll be a long one. I'm thinking about doing a watch-along thing. Think I might spruce it up a bit, might change.
Against Woking is second in the table behind Chesterfield at the moment. Of course, Chesterfield being held, so Boreham Wood could go top.
I might get more people coming in for that, so I think it might be a good thing.
Boreham Wood and Yeovil, Lee Barnett, Eddie Yusuf with his 5th of the campaign.
Come on, I want to know. Just trying to see if he actually does what team he actually does support, but it's not really said.
Ross County 1, Dundee 2. Luke McCowan has got both of the goals for the visitors there. Dominic Samuel, ex-Gillingham and Blackburn Rovers amongst others, scored for Ross County. Was his first goal for them, but they are behind at the interval.
Yeah, they lost to Reading 1-0 with a goal in the 3rd minute.
Here's goalless 2. Hibs, of course, parting company with Jack Ross this week. In the Championship, Dunfermline level against Queen of the South. Cooper put the visitors in front, but Kai Kennedy has equalised for the home side at East End Park. Inverness, Cally Thistle were 3-0 up against Morton, a Hamilton own goal. Then Sutherland and Billy Mackay with his 11th before Suzy Ugwu pulled 1 back for the home team.
Goldie Ugwu, ex-Chesterfield player who did bugger all for us. His name's called Goldie Ugwu, who plays for, I think he plays for Morton. He did nothing.
Queen's Park was postponed. COVID issue there. Alloa and Clyde is goalless. Montrose 2-1 up against Dumbarton. Duffy put the.
Yeah, it's still on ads, so I'm.
Got both of the Montrose goals there as 12th and 13th of the season. Cove Rangers, who are top of the table and 3 points clear. There's no stopping them at the moment. Morgan Neal put them in front. Rory McAllister with his 14th of the season at managerless Falkirk. A lot of clubs without managers at the moment, aren't they? And Peterhead and East Fife is goalless. And Scottish League 2. Annan 1, Elgin 1. Cooper for Elgin. Doherty equalising for Annan. It's 4-0. Stirling Albion 0. Stirling Albion looking for a new manager. Kevin Rutkiewicz left the club this week. He quit after a meeting with the chairman, which he described as brief and interesting. Celtic Hearts 2. Albion Rovers 1. Kelly in front for Nathan Austin's 13th. The season. O'Donnell equalised for Albion Rovers. Finlayson has restored the home side, the league leaders, advantage there. Edinburgh City are a goal up at Stenhouse. Muir Bronski, the goal scorer there. And Yates and Muir, but Stranraer 2 goals to the good against Cowdenbeath. Pretty to bang up to date with what's been happening so far. We'll be back with second half action in a couple of minutes on this Gillette Soccer Saturday. Upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette.
were made similar, until Always Discreet invented a pad that's incredibly thin, because it protects differently. With 2 rapid dry protective layers, for strong protection that's always discreet. It's time to question your protection. It's time for Always Discreet.
For heavier bladder leaks, try Always Discreet Boutique underwear with a super absorbent core and curve-hugging design for incredible protection made beautiful. Try Always Discreet Boutique.
Think of all the moments you missed. They're important, but they're not lost. The world is reopening. It's time to make up for lost time. Little smiles, tiny moments, small wins, little discoveries, mini adventures. They all make a big difference. At Solgar, we focus on the little things that make a big difference to you. Solgar, the little big difference.
Simply Safe Family is so easy to set up. You can do it yourself in under an hour.
No installer, no stress.
Visit simplysafe.co.uk to find out more.
Tuesdays or Wednesdays with Meerkat Movies.
Families living together, inseparable. Whilst others go their own way, families band together and leap into the fray.
Oh, that is mind-blowing.
Some families feast, some like to fight, but they also forgive. Get together as the year comes to a close and explore 3 new shows with Sky Nature.
Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette. Late game today is at Carrow Road. Norwich has 6 points off safety against Manchester United under the control of Ralph Rangnick for the 3rd time. Let's set the scene at Carrow Road. In splendid isolation, Patrick Davison.
Yeah, today brings together 2 new eras, 2 of the most recently appointed Premier League managers, and you'd have to say they've both made decent starts. For Dean Smith here at Carrow Road, it's 5 points from 4 games, a really decent return when you think this is a Norwich team that had lost 16 Premier League games in a row at the back end of their last day in the Premier League and the front end of this day. For Ralph Rangnick and Manchester United, well, small sample size, isn't it, really? He changed the whole 11 for the game against Young Boys in midweek, but if you look at that Crystal Palace game last weekend, they made twice as many tackles. They kept a first Old Trafford clean sheet since April, so it was a performance that was perhaps more impressive than some that we've seen before. Just one word on the Norwich team. Christoph Zolis has tested.
It sounds like at the moment Steven Gerrard's actually doing quite well at Anfield at the moment.
They were awaiting a PCR result on, so we'll await.
He's causing them a lot of stress.
Some concern, I think, but hopefully the infection hasn't spread beyond.
Because it's literally old Liverpool, but it's just Aston Villa. It's just Aston Villa. Are just defending quite well. Junior Firpo is just gone down for no reason. Leeds are making a meal out of a molehill on everything. It's a disgrace. They should be they're a disgrace to the Premier League. The way that they're playing, the way that they're acting. Because all that Mason Mount's just gone and done is just, do you know when you run and then you go and just shoulder barge your player out the way? He's just gone and done that. Firpo's just gone and tumbled over and just acted like he's just been hitting. He's got like a broken arm or something.
I mean, this game they need to get a goal here badly. Liverpool at the moment.
Yeah, stupid. I'm starting to get really annoyed with Leeds United because the way that they're doing unsportsmanlike stuff that you don't think that they should be doing. Because the player just literally just got nudged and he just went and fell over and felt like he'd broken his arm. Which he's now running and everything's fine. So why would you go down and act like something's happened when it's not happened? No, I just don't mind watching games, but I just don't like it when people are being unsportsmanlike and just doing stuff just to get players booked or sent off. That's not what we want in the game.
In the first half, great start to this second half. Swansea wasted couple of big chances first off. Zinchenko with the goal. Lewis Grabban, he lays the ball back to him on the edge of the penalty area. He takes one touch, and his power is past the goalkeeper before he can react. Lovely goal to start the half off for Forest. 1-0.
Forest not lost away from home since August. Let's go and hear about that second Rotherham goal. They lead again.
Oh, not Rotherham, shitty arse Rotherham.
Yes, and it's a second of the afternoon for Freddie Ladapo. It was
Ooh. Shove it up your arse, Rotherham. You ain't going up, you're going to bottle the league title.
Before firing past Ben Garrett. Rotherham 2, Burton 1.
You know, when you're in a bit of trouble in 15th place in the Premier League table, you're 1 minute chance to get half time, you might be tempted. You might be tempted just to sit back and try and hold on to what you've got. But not if you're a Marcelo Bielsa team. Clinton.
No, not this Leeds team. To be
It's weird how everyone says that. Actually, the best people get saying that the favourites to win that league were actually Ipswich.
They could have used him. Cut back on his left foot, had a shot. It was a comfortable save from Mendy. But
Because they bought literally every player going.
Morton won Inverness, Cali 4
And they're not, and Ipswich, because they had all that money and everyone was picked. They were the main favourites to win that league, and they're not even showing it.
The man who's got the goal that's put them back. They're not winning the last 8 league games. That is his 8th goal.
Oh, Ipswich 1-0 up. As soon as they get a manager sacked, they go and actually start winning the game. Oh, beggars believe. Forest Green are 4-1 up away at Oldham.
Jamie Murphy, who ran the length of the field, gave it to Martin Ball.
Matty Stevens has just scored.
Slot home from 12 yards for his first senior goal. It's St Mirren 0, Hibernian 1.
Oh, Kelty Arts 3-1 up. Nathan Austin, that guy is scoring goals for fun. And he's an ex-football. I think he's an ex-football league player as well. I think he is Nathan Austin.
You can see Nottingham Forest didn't have a strike on goal in the first half, or not one on target. They scored twice.
Who's grabbing?
Into the second half, Neil Miller.
That guy used to be a good player, but he's not done a lot. As was grabbing. So I think it was good. Go on! Go on! Oh, we tried to be too clever and try and passing it in, when you could easily just shoot.
On the right wing position, he delivers a gorgeous ball across the 6-yard box. Lewis Grabban goes and helps himself. 2-0 Forest.
9th goal of the season for Lewis Grabban. Forest Green showing just why they are top of League 2 at the moment. Running riot at Boundary Park.
Yep. And it looks like Oldham might be going into the National League if they're not careful.
A 4th goal, number 42 of the campaign, has come courtesy of Matty Stevens. He's having his best scoring season. 7
wow.
8 now. A superb cross from
Forest Green have now scored 42 goals this season.
Stevens was there to meet it from close range. Left-footed shot from close range, as I said, straight into the back of the net. It's now
Go on, oh, straight to the keeper.
Kingsland are back in front against Dover, and Josh Barrett has got both of those goals. Forest Green are top of League 2. Northampton Town are their nearest pursuers. They were being held, the last we heard, by Harrogate. But as you can see, not any longer. John Temple.
Yes, Jeff, it was another.
Oh, Northampton Town are taking the lead against Harrogate.
It was floated in by Pinnock towards the penalty spot.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on both ends because I've got to say what's happening in other games as well.
Both goals coming from Northampton central defenders as Southampton attempt to win their 4th game on the bounce. They lead here by 2 goals to 1.
But I have let people know that if I'm looking down, I'm watching the Chelsea game, but I'm doing it as a separate thing. My main thing is to focus on other games as well. Yeah, because I've got watching that game and also keep an eye on the scores to let people know. Hey! I can change the score. But unfortunately, that's not Chelsea's score. It is Crewe Alexandria 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2.
They've had a COVID outbreak as well. A number of key players missing, but it has led to opportunity for the likes of Plange and Dylan Williams.
Be interested to see who scores that one.
They lead here by 8 goals to 0.
Yeah, look, Plange is only 19 years of age. It's just his second.
Yep, and my cousin will say that's the player that's basically carrying the club on his back because he's their top goal scorer.
Very much so.
They only bought him because of his goal scoring rate last season.
He's got quick reflexes. Outswinging corner of Robson. And Van Dijk free-header heads it straight to keep. He puts it over the bar. Corner.
I thought it would have been that other player, but I can't pronounce it. It's stupid name. That is it. That Corbin or whatever you want to call him. That they've got playing for them. He's the only player in that team I can't pronounce.
Crucial for Wednesday unbeaten in 11. We'll hear about Lee Gregory's goal in a moment. Just after I've told you the Bristol Rovers have doubled their lead against.
Yep, Lee Gregory. Yo.
Side who lost at Hartlepool on Wednesday and losing again today.
Oh, and Jack Hunt with Jack Hunt with the assist.
Let's go.
And Jack Hunt with the assist.
We're leading the very early stages of the game against Bristol City. There's a second goal out of McInally.
I bet you I have to wait and see because I might be a bit behind. No, but if it doesn't go to VAR and it doesn't get given, it shows that the league doesn't like us. Yeah, that's a pen, ref. You are a disgrace. This. Oh, the ref. Yeah, but you know the referee's. Yeah, the referee's not going to give something, and that is very similar to Marcos Alonso's penalty that he gave. That he doesn't get any of the ball. He doesn't get any of the. Right. If I watch it carefully, he has to touch the ball. He has to go through Rudiger to get to the ball. Like the difference is with Marcos Alonso's one, Dan James nicked the ball off of him to go under him. If they don't give this, then it shows that there's a referee union against Chelsea. It looks like it's been given because I've heard it from Quinton Morrison. It looks like it's been given. But do you want to know what's interesting? Mike Dean's on VAR duty, and Mike Dean doesn't like Chelsea either. He doesn't. Oh, Quinton Morrison has just said that they've just gone. He's gone to the monitor. He's gone to the monitor. Yeah, but I'm just doing it for the sake of stream and stuff like that. So. Yes, he's given it. He's given it. He has given it. Thank you, Mike Dean. Even though you don't like Chelsea, and Chris Kavanagh, you don't like Chelsea, you've not given us bugger all in this game for foul rights. You've just made up for it. You just made up for it by giving that one, so it makes up for everything. But I won't say that unless we do score it. So.
Still got his back to the post. He hasn't moved.
No, he can't believe it. He's smiling.
You know, and he's got to go now.
Rafinha's being that cheeky little git who's just basically putting his back onto the post, thinking that he's never going to be given.
Put the ball down, ready to take it.
Okay, we shall see.
We'll know because we'll hear it from Quinton Morrison first. Come on, boys. Show us why we are going to catch Man City up in this league title. And so Man City and Liverpool, it's not going to be a 2-horse race. It's going to be a 3-horse race, and we're going to be there for the long haul. That we're not going to make it easy for him. Come on. Yes, Jorginho, have that. Shove it up your arse. Leeds United, and good night. Come on.
Justin Donowa has got a fourth goal for the Moors down at Maidenhead there. Oldham 2, Forest Green 4. Hallam Hope has got a goal back. And there's a goal to tell you about in Ryan Lowe's first game in charge of Preston. It's against Barnsley. Let's find out who's in front. Rob Palmer.
Well, it is Ryan Lowe's new team, Preston North End, who have taken the lead. Great run in midfield from Daniel Johnson. He had options, decided to go to his captain. That was the safe option because they missed a lot of chances today, Preston North End. And there was Alan Brown, took it in his stride, so gap between the goalkeeper and the post, and hammered it home. You manage your bounce here at Deepdale. It's 1-0.
His first goal since April, putting Preston in front. Morton 1, Inverness, Caledonia, Thistle 5, and it's an absolute riot there, isn't it, as far as Thistle concerned. Remember, Morton without a home win this season. Shane Sutherland has got 2 of those 5 goals, and the side of the top of the Scottish Championship heading for a 3rd straight wins. So in the Premier League at the moment, Arsenal still 2 goals to good against Southampton. Chelsea have turned it round against Leeds. They were trailing by a goal to now they lead by 2 goals to 1. And Liverpool and Villa is goalless. We're back with more very shortly on this Gillette Soccer Saturday. Upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette.
These two going head to head all the way to the line.
I'll never forget our first date. Him turning up on that big noisy thing. All he ever spoke about was bite this, bite that. I used to joke he'd leave me for one. Should have known then they'd be around for life. So when he passed, we wanted to celebrate him his way.
At Co-op, we know everyone is different. That's why we offer funeral plans to funeral services that are personal, every step of the way.
The portable pressure cleaner from Works, the Hydro Shot, uses a power share battery, interchangeable with all 20-volt Works tools. Compact, light and mobile for convenient pressure cleaning on the go. No mains power required, and it draws water from any source. And the brushless model provides more power and more cleaning efficiency. Rethink what and where you can clean. The Works Hydro Shot. Ready, aim, clean. Buy your
Wow.
retailers.
In Vanessa, 5-1 up. In Vanessa routing at Morton. Come on, Chesterfield. Get a goal, please. We're having all the better chances, but just can't score. Wow. Wow, Chesterfield have took 1,403 to Grimsby. Yeah, it's basically the 2 favourites for the league title. And the attendance for the whole thing is 6,504.
Oh no. Seriously? It's not the same if she's not here.
Come on.
I don't suppose you can see anything.
Come on, boys. Let's go and get a 3rd in this game. Or try and do the best. Oh! Oh! It's to come back on. It's Oldham 3, Forest Green 4. Come back. Comeback is on in that one.
Against Southampton 10.
Wow, Arsenal! Wow, Arsenal look like they're playing well, and that's without Aubameyang.
He can reach it. He can't reach it. You know, about 5 years ago,
But
he couldn't reach
yeah.
it. It comes off Tomiyasu, and it falls to Gabriel, and he just trickles it over the line. But
Oh, the goal scorer is Gabriel.
Gillette, great name. Is he any relation? Goal! Gabriel makes up for it now. Don't matter about the one that was ruled out. 3-0.
I know, I'm watching it already. I've got it on my thing.
He just nicks in front of him and just skims it off the top of his head. Great timing, great leap. 3-0.
Come on, Chelsea.
He's in. Game over now. No doubt about that. Oh, good save. Clinton, who was in? What's happened?
He was offside, but anyway.
They're saying whatever happened, and I think it was for us, the player was offside anyway.
He was in one-on-one. But the save from
Go in one of the games. It is Eastbourne Borough 1, having the Waterlooville 0.
And Villa is still in the game at Anfield, though goodness knows how Liverpool haven't scored so far. Paul Merson.
I don't know, Jeff. It's all Liverpool. Jota, who's come on for Chamberlain, he has an air shot. Now all of a sudden, Salah's away down the right.
I don't know if it was us, or I don't know if it was... It was Leeds. Leeds have had a chance that was cleared off the line, but it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Still 0-0.
Yeah, mate.
Still goalless there. Let's go to the Hawthorn, shall we? West Bromwich Albion.
And it would have been Rafinha would have scored it.
It's been a long time coming, Johnny Phillips.
It has indeed. One of the most one-sided championship games I've ever seen. And Callum Robinson could have had 2 or 3 goals himself. He's had already one chance, a one-on-one missed in this second.
But thank God Marcos Alonso was there.
It was a good run from Carlan Grant down the left-hand side, put in a cross, and Robinson made the run across his marker at the near post.
Ah,
stabbed it in
God.
off the underside of the crossbar.
Having the water over, can you not win a game at the moment? Because you're learning the shit he's born.
It goes on, you do wonder. But they're 1-0 ahead now.
Well, they've had 18 attempts in the game compared to Reading's 1, but only one of them counted. Stevenage 0, Carlisle United 2. Jordan Gibson is the man who has got the goal from the penalty spot for Carlisle. There's a second goal to tell you about in the game at Kenilworth Road. Luton against Fulham.
Adebayo, is it that guy for Barnsley?
Luton 1-1, and it's been coming. The first half couldn't be any worse. Nathan Jones obviously got into him. The play down the side. Jordan Clark, Adebayo.
Because
they're causing problems. And it's
because there's a player for Barnsley who I've got in one of my career modes who has got the same surname.
And Adebayo, header down in the bottom corner. Rodak.
Yeah, because the player
skimmed off the surface.
I have to wait and see who the player. Nah, it's not the one that I've got on my career mode because he played for Barnsley. His name's called Victor Adebayo. Wow. Giles Coke is still playing football. I remember that guy playing in the Football League.
Dundee United 0, Livingston 1. Abelay getting the goal there. There's confirmation of Adebayo's goal for Luton Lake.
No, but
against Crawley Glen Morris to his own goal.
No, but the thing is, as long as we're winning our games, at least we're still keeping up with them.
Against Sunderland, Peterborough level through Johnson Clark Harris, his 4th this season against Millwall.
Mo Salah.
Against Oldham, 2 for Matt Stevens, and there's a penalty.
See, it shows how Liverpool rely so much on their front three when it shows that we don't. Our goals.
He doesn't need to. He's just going down the line. And he gets tangled up. It's a stonewall penalty for me. And Salah's waiting to take the penalty. Electric pace. I mean, Mings is not slow.
But you know what's interesting? All of our goals in this game have basically come from midfielders. So it shows that we don't have to rely on strikers just to get the goals. It's shared around the team.
2-0 up, by the way, against Bournemouth. John Paul Van Heck
got
the second goal there. And Barnsley.
Corey Woodrow scored for Barnsley.
Meanwhile, back to
good player.
Emi Martinez had a good game so far. Can he be the hero here?
Well, he has done very well so far. He's up against here, as you said, 14 on the trot.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Big penalty.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me.
Man City have won today, and Chelsea are winning. Big penalty, Jeff. Just waiting. Everybody's coming out the box. No one really moaned. Mings didn't moan at all. He knew he caught him. Now Salah's waiting. Breathes in. Breathes out.
I bet I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool got given a penalty for something crap.
Just waiting for him. I mean, here we go.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he's pointing to the side, Martinez. What way he's going to go? Here he goes. Salah takes a dip. He runs around. He does the run. And he scores. Keeper goes the right way, and it's into the side.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Any penalty that hits the side netting, and it's 1-0. And of course you wouldn't save a penalty because it would have hit the side netting. Yeah, 1-0.
Ross County 2, Dundee 2, Dan Mullen goal. In this Cameron's put Queen of the South 3-2 to the good against Dunfermline. Matt Taylor has levelled things up.
Kyle Wootton has put Notts County 2-1 up against Southend.
When doesn't he have a good season? It's his 10th goal so far this campaign, and Notts County have turned it round against Southend. And Kyle Wootton has got the goal that's put them in front. Let's go out and about once again. Let's get up the South Coast. Bournemouth in real trouble now against Blackburn Rovers. David Craig.
Well done, Thiago.
Blackburn, and you have to have a little bit of sympathy for Mark Travers, the Bournemouth goalkeeper. Ben Brereton Diaz had gone through one-on-one with him. He looked odds-on to score. Travers makes a brilliant save, but it goes behind for a corner. The corner comes in. Jean-Paul Van Heck climbs highest and heads a powerful header into the net past Travers. 2-0 Blackburn.
His first goal for them, known from Brighton. Oldham 4. Forest Green 5. Jack Stubbs has got the goal there. Bristol Rovers with 2 goals to the good, but 2 quick-fire Jake Beasley goals have made it Bristol Rovers 2, Rochdale 2. Let's find out what's happening at London Road, Peterborough against Millwall. Dickie Davis.
Peterborough couldn't score. They've got 2 in about 2 minutes. Johnson, Clark, Harris, with both of them haven't scored for 5 games. Suddenly they're right ahead in this game.
Johnson, Clark, Harris.
A lovely lob over the top. Johnson, Clark, Harris ran onto it, just got a knee, a toe onto it, keeper got a hand onto it, hit the back of the net. Moments later, cross
trying to take Jorginho out.
To tap it home, 2-1. They've turned it right around.
Yeah, absolute flood of goals. Johnson Clark Harris is an indifferent season, has all sorts of issues.
No, but still,
goals for the season now. Cardiff have got to go back.
Yeah, but the only thing is, you don't want to do that because you can also get yourself booked.
So that's game on as well. Now,
And
fifth goal of the season. Let's go and find out what's happening. Oh, Leighton Orient 1, Crawley 2. Quezia Paya has got that. So, Ryan Lowe's homecoming party, or his opening party, if you like, at Preston, has been ruined by the visitors, Rob Palmer.
Well, you could say it's honeymoon, Jeff, in rainy conditions at Deepdale. It's Barnsley Hour coming on strong. They have equalised. It was a great run from Romal Palmer down the left-hand side. Crossed it to Callum Britton. His shot was going goalwards, but it was the goal-scoring instinct.
Not much, I'm just checking on stuff. So I want to see if this was a penalty or not.
To make it 1-1, it's been a long time coming for him. Last year's leading scorer, 11 without a goal, but he's equalised. It's 1-1.
No sooner do you think that Swansea are back in the game against Nottingham Forest than they are back out of it. Neil Mellor.
Yeah, Swansea did get themselves back into it. Piru, who is an open goal.
No, because I can understand why they bring Hudson-Odoi on, because they would take Alonso off, so it means he can keep up and be able to cope with Dan James. Alonso cannot cope with Dan James because their speed difference. One's quicker and one's not as quick. Because that's what they're doing a lot of the time, is going at using Dan James a lot.
Yeah, and they actually had two chances to extend their lead. Once Troy Deeney with a header that went just right wide, and then Riley McGree with a great chance. It deserved a goal really for the work that he did, but that also was inches wide. Cardiff's goal came, it was a launched ball up the pitch from Colwill. Jordan James, the Birmingham defender, tried to head it away, but it deflected into the path of Kiefer Moore, and he made no mistake, absolutely buried it. I think
Come on, Chesterfield, get a winner, do something, anything.
Not lost, so this could be a really good big goal for them.
Oh, Jack Hartman.
Birmingham City 2, Cardiff 1.
In League 1, it's 7th against 6th. MK Dons against Oxford, and Oxford back level. Jonathan Beals.
Oh, Jeff, it's game on here. Matty Taylor heading Oxford level in this. It was came with the free kick from about 18 yards, just on the diagonal. Right.
Come on, boys.
And there was Matty Taylor to head Oxford level. They're absolutely determined to get something out of this game.
Oh, they're bringing on another fast player now, so we have to bring someone on.
He's replacing James Henry. Oxford looking much more assertive.
They're bringing on that 19-year-old who's got pace.
Nearly 17 minutes in, 1-1.
Sunderland on another side will look comfortable, 2 goals to the good. But Plymouth are back in it, Sue Smith.
They really are, and it was a corner from the left-hand side. It was a Horton corner. Dan Scarr got up, not challenged, good header into the corner. But Plymouth have been so much better in this second half. They've created a couple of opportunities. They've now got the goal back, 2-1, game on.
Newport have equalised against Port Vale, Dom Telford. He scored in his last 8 league games. Now he's got 12 in 8. Astonishing run for him. Newport 1, Port Vale 1. And talking of astonishing, what an astonishing scoreline at Boundary Park. Oldham 4, Forest Green 5. Abby, you've got 30 seconds to tell us about it.
Oldham have the worst home record in League 2, but they've got themselves back to within 1 yet again against the league leaders. They're certainly not giving up here. One of the most enthralling games I've ever witnessed. It really is end-to-end. Moments of brilliance, some defensive and goalkeeping errors. This time, great work from Jack.
Hopefully now, Woking can go and score 2 goals and keep us top of the league.
But I think that makes it Oldham 4, Forest Green 5.
And a couple of seconds to spare as well. Well done, Abby. Annan 4-1 up against Elgin City. Aidan Smith has got the goal. In the National League, Eastleigh 0, Aldershot 1. Aldershot having a good run. At the moment, they're taking 10 points in the last 4 games, and Corey Andrews has just put his 6th goal of the season. Stenhousemuir in front against Edinburgh City. Stephen Bronski, who scored at the right end from an Edinburgh City perspective, has now scored at the wrong end, and Stenhousemuir lead by 2 goals to 1. Will Evans has been sent off for Boreham Wood.
Yep, and I know that guy's a lot for sending off because he's been at Chesterfield for a quarter of his career. He was shite.
Got a goal this time at Warden Road against Cheltenham. It's Cheltenham 1, Lincoln City 1. It's their first goal in 5 games, and Teddy Bishop is the man who has got an absolutely furious run of goals. High time we took a short break, but I mean short, just 40 seconds. You can count them.
Timo Werner's gone off.
Upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday.
Why? If you wanted to take Timo Werner, you would have brought a striker on for him. So it looks like now we might be putting Havertz up front, which he's actually a lot better playing up as... Oh, why take Aspiriqueta off? Why?
Would you like some chicken
For Christensen, oh. I don't trust this guy after what happened in midweek. Yeah, because Thiago Silva literally yells at players when he doesn't make a mistake, and so does Rudiger.
Sponsored by Gillette. Scottish League 1, Pete Head have equalised against East Fife. Ryan Duncan is the man who's got the goal. Let's go back to Anfield. Liverpool taking the lead. That Mo Salah penalty, has that taken the win out of the sails as far as Aston Villa are concerned? Paul Merson.
Yeah, they're bringing on Benzema has come on for Young. Ings is coming on now for young Ramsey. So they're going to have a go. They've tried to stay in the game for as long as possible. 73.
The only reason I don't think they're bringing him on is because they don't want to risk him at the moment. Just not long since being back from injury, they don't want to risk him. They might play him for like 15 minutes or so, but they're trying to gradually get him back into it.
Appearances in 4 years, scored 4 goals for them. Yeah, I mean, injury played, of course. Gillingham have got to go back against Fleetwood. They trail by 2 goals to 1. Steve Evans' side have lost 5 on the bounce, but Rob McKenzie has got the goal there. And Notts County started the day 7th in the National League.
Akin Fenwer in his last season as a professional.
3 goals as they've come from behind against Southend, and you can see Wycombe Wanderers level against.
Because he's retiring at the end of the season.
39 years young, he has done it. Coming on.
Can you believe he's 39?
Akin Fenwer, the ball plays forward to the edge of the box. He's controlled it beautifully on his chest, and he's sort of stretched out her leg, and he's caught it superbly and lobbed it over Nick Zanev in the goal from about 20 yards.
Wow, that's a surprise. That has surprised me a lot, because you even thought he was going to be off.
Leading Leeds by 2 goals to 1. Leeds haven't
So
this one yet, Clinton.
They've been the better team for the last 10-15 minutes. They're the one pushing. They ain't created any clear-cut chances, but they're looking positive. He was going to take off Rafinha and bring a young Gilhan. I don't know why, because Rafinha looks like the most.
Yep, so they've just substituted a couple of players. Jason Barnes has come on, Nick Guest has come on, and Lewis Taylor's come on. So they've done all 3 substitutions in the space of like 10 minutes.
Still 2-1.
Particle nil, Arbroath 2. Liam Henderson with the 2nd goal for the.
I don't know what the rules are with how many substitutes you can do, because they've done 4 subs.
Is it just damage limitation as far as Southampton are concerned at Arsenal, Tim?
It is now, Jeff. Yeah, they've hit the post a couple of times. Arsenal, Saka and Martinelli. Tomiyasu has an easy chance in a 6-yard box, and
the attendance for this game 181.
I'm a bit alarmed by Southampton, the way they've just give up here almost. You know, it feels like they're feeling sorry for themselves, but they've got.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nathan Austin, because he's their main their main player.
Ramsdale comes and dominates again. He's made a couple of saves, but it's really one-way traffic. Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm having a look at him now.
Southampton just won 1 of 12 away games. Kelly Hart.
Here we go, because I want to have a look at this guy. Oh yeah, Celtic Arts. I've seen that, but I'm just having a look at this guy because
they've got 6 at Morton.
Because he's English, but he's never played in the English leagues. He's always played in Scotland.
Who's looking the more likely, Michael?
Fulham definitely now. Since the goal's gone in, it was all Luton who were in charge straight after half time. Now momentum's changed. It's Fulham.
Type that guy's name in, see if we've got any info on this guy.
With the referee. It's
let's have a look at this guy. See.
And you just see Cal Naismith. It sort of makes his arm big.
Who has he played for in his career? Wow, he was at the guy who's just scored for Celtic Arts. Was at Swansea for 4 years without playing a single game.
If it's straight from the corner, there's absolute chaos. It's Wilson.
Yes, Havens have equalised 1-1.
Shea, the goalkeeper for Luton, who clears it again. Absolute carnage, but Fulham are on top. 1-1.
One apiece the scoreline there down at Fratton Park, Portsmouth.
Come on, Haven have scored, get in, 1-1.
They'll do it, don't they? They lead Morecambe by 2 goals to Conor Ogilvie has got the 2nd goal there. It's his 1st goal for them, and it could be another clean.
Get in there, me son.
In last 7 in League 2, Newport were behind against Port Vale.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's something like Tommy Wright or it's a James Roberts goal. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Goals this season. That's the 2nd best record in that division, and Bradford be down to 10 for some time.
The players that I've just said are basically Haven's 2 best players on the pitch, so they rely on them a lot. If any of them, one of them 2 get injured, they're buggered.
With a goal from Callum Robinson. Any response from Reading, Johnny Phillips?
They had a half chance from a set piece. It was a corner that was swung in, and Andy Cowell, who's always been a great presence.
Just checking to see who.
Came barreling into it to try and meet.
I'm just checking to see who.
Marker was up to it on that occasion. Carroll came charging in. He wiped out a couple of players on his way through, but Albion managed to clear it. And since then, Albion could have had a chance to go further ahead when the really impressive Taylor Gardner-Hickman in the left wing-back role.
Why are you guys starting to turn into? Why are you guys starting to turn into Chesterfield, the team that are too afraid to shoot?
I do think Albion look more likely to extend their lead, and they're 1-0 up as it is.
After Deepdale, Preston have been pegged back by Barnsley. There's been a third goal.
I'm just waiting to.
Maybe this is the Ryan Lowe effect because his goal was
Oh,
on the training ground yesterday.
oh, Preston have gone 2-1 up against Barnsley.
Constructive free kick. All of the players came into the area. Daniel Johnson pulled around the back, unnoticed by the Barnsley defenders.
Yeah, if you need to shoot quickly because of that, then you have to shoot quickly. Something else you can have done with it.
Since September, and talking of games which stand at 2-1, that takes us off to Hull, where Hull are playing Bristol City, Alan McAnally.
Bloody hell. Oh, come on, are you going to let me know who scored? I know it's 1-1, but I don't know who the goal scorer is. Way! Our new guy has scored on debut. Jake Andrews, who is just signed this week from Torquay United, has equalised for Havant. There we go. Debut goal. Jake Andrews. Boom. Boom. There we go.
Well, it's an equaliser for Ipswich. It's James Norwood who come on as a double substitution with Sonia Luko. Certainly given Ipswich a bit of a lift. They've had the better of the second half. A free kick from Lee Evans wasn't clear. The ball was just dropping around the 6-yard box, and Norwood smashed
Regan
it.
Giles Cook.
1-1 here.
Wow. Wow, I've heard of Regan Giles Cook. He used to play for, his last club before playing for Ross County was Woking. So he's actually gone from a not a good club to a half decent one who's in the top flight of a league. So well done.
With the 6th of those goals, let's go and hear about that astonishing game at Boundary Park.
If any fans are at that game between Oldham and Forest, I'll say this now. If any fans are at that game between Oldham and Forest Green, you've got your money's worth.
Oldham are back on level terms here. Jack Stobbs floats in a fantastic ball. He's been superb since he came off the bench.
Come on, Chesterfield, have you actually done anything?
Oh,
we're going all out attack. We're going all out attack.
Oldham won't care one bit. It's 5-5 here.
5-5, astonishing, very happy return. This could be to the stadium. MK.
It's like madness.
Manager. You can see inside have come from behind. There are 2 goals to 1 to the good. Jonathan Beals.
Yeah, and a bit of a mix-up, Jeff, in the MK Dons defence.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep doing shite. Keep pressing shite.
And this has really gone horribly wrong for them because they did it once again, and it fell to Sykes. And Sykes made no mistake at all. The keeper was off his line. A right-footed low drive, and it's put Oxford into the...
And he's 19 years old, just so you know.
To be fair, they've deserved it because they've looked very, very good. Much sharper, much tighter, more compact.
Yep, it shows that he's making the wrong... The manager's more at fault for this because he's not brought on the right players.
Absolutely crazy. At least those in the visiting end are.
It's an equaliser. Young boy Gelhardt has just come up for Rafinha to be.
But you want to know the problem was this time? Christensen and Rudiger, because the ball went straight through the middle of them. If one of them stuck a toe out, it would have diverted it.
Across Thiago Silva, and it's a good finish past Mendy into the bottom corner. Really good striker's finish from the young boy Gelhardt. Really good goal from Lee. 2-2.
Joe Gelhardt, ex-Wigan. Of course. Clinton, didn't you say a minute or two ago?
Oh, please don't say it's just gone from bad to worse, because I just think Liverpool have just scored.
No, I think you did. Yeah, but listen, not for Gelhardt, for Rafinha, because he's their best player, so he could have took up anyone else.
I think Liverpool have just scored.
And that's why I'm here, Jeff.
Absolutely. It's Joe Gelhardt's first goal for the league. St Johnstone 0. Aberdeen 1. Teddy Jenks has got the goal for Aberdeen, and we're back in just a couple of minutes.
When things don't go your way, it doesn't go your way.
Upgrading your game. Soccer Saturday, sponsored by Gillette.
Yes! Come on! Oh! It took about some time, but who's just scored? Chesterfield, come on. Back to the top. There we go. 84 minutes. Bang on the money.
Is the motorway.
I do. I'm just happy because that one result was stressing. That one result would have stressed me out because we were Who has scored? Who can I crown as heroes? Who can I give a heroes? Who's a hero that's going to take us top of the league again? And it is the main man. It's Kabongo Shamanga. Who needs him when you need him? 18 goals in 18 games in the league. 18 for the season. Kabongo. Oh my God, that was stress. There's still time that we can bottle it, but I'm happy. 1-0, let's hold it onto it. You can win all you want, Boreham Wood, but we're staying top of the league, so up yous. And come on, Chelsea. Make it a good day. Make it a good day by getting a result. That was an interesting 60 seconds. I went from being absolutely furious to being happy in that last space of time. So, goodness gracious me.
So much more to come. Our January draws will be smiles all round as one postcode area share £3.2 million.
Hey, Chesterfield, don't make me feel this stress again, because I thought it was going to end 0-0. And Rotherham are 3-1 up. And St Mirren have scored against you. Have it up you, Burnian. Shove it up your arses, then good night. Come on, Chels.
A feast full of drama as Arsenal take on Leicester, the Women's Super League, live on Sky Sports.
Come on, bring someone on. Go on. Finally, it's boiling up. Kabongo. That's a foul, ref, in the box.
The shots lead at Eastleigh. Rotherham are 3-1 up against Burton. Dan Barlas has got the goal. St Mirren level against Hibston. Joe Shaughnessy and Kabongo Shmanga has got the Chesterfield goal at Grimsby. They are top of the league. They're playing away at Chelsea, of course, in the next round of the FA Cup. Meanwhile, Aston Villa...
Oh, Kabongo Shmanga. Oh, Kabongo Shmanga.
Yeah, they have a couple of opportunities. They're all over.
Where can we be without you? Where would we be without you?
And while they've had them on, they've had chances.
Jesus.
The best one, Madeira played
Come on, Chelsea. If you don't bring Lukaku on in this game, then I think there's going to be questions answered of this manager.
Well, since the players have come on the forwards and they've had a go, you probably look at it and think probably should have had a go.
There'll be questions answered. Why do you not bring him on?
No, it's great defending. It's a penalty. No, he's not. And then Ings is in it again. Now, I think Allison's got a hand to this. But he messed it up and he's put his hand to it. And Ings has gone down. They will have to have a look at this on the edge of the box.
There could be a potential penalty for Aston Villa. And Lukaku has come on. But it's too late. They brought him on too late for it to mainly do anything.
Rochdale, Harry Anderson has got that. The ball's still in play at Anfield. That's why they haven't had a look so far. But it's going to go out of play.
Oh, we almost scored a second.
Yeah. Right, Allison's got the ball at his feet right now. Let's go back to Stamford Bridge, though, because the two apiece is the scoreline there. If it stays like this, it's 1 win in 5 for Chelsea in all competitions. Do you think there's a winner in this?
There's definitely a winner. It could be either team, to be fair. Leeds are probably going to hold on. They took off Dan James and brought on Cresswell, the young centre-back, and Lukaku just come on for Alonso. So it's Chelsea that are going to be pushing forward, but credit Leeds, they've been outstanding. Still 2-2.
Mercy, you don't think it's a penalty?
I think he's touched the ball and Ings' leg at the same time. I think it's come off his hands, come off the ball, and it Ings' leg. I mean, look, they haven't took the throw on yet. Yeah, he said take it. That's not a penalty. Wow. I think it's.
I thought it was a penalty. I've got to be honest. I
Wow.
don't think he got anything with the ball.
How interesting that. How interesting that Liverpool get away with a penalty when everyone else saying it's a penalty. And Liverpool know they've given away a penalty, but the referees don't give it. But when we do something stupid, that could be either way it gets given.
3-1. It was O'Brien, the substitute, that come on. It's a ball forward to him. Cooper, the goalkeeper, went to clear it, completely miskicked it, and O'Brien shot it. Was going in. Brilliant goal line clearance from Wilson.
The only thing that's annoyed me is the fact that why bring Lukaku on so late to try and make an impact when he might not have enough time to do an impact.
Could go either way. The game as well. Kenilworth Road could go either way. Luton against Fulham. Fulham looked the most likely to score the last we heard, but they haven't. What's happening now, Michael?
Not a lot since you were last with me, Jeff. I mean, both teams have made substitutions. Cavallo, come on, who's a big player for Fulham. Just on the attack with Naismith. It's a centre half. Can he play down the right? It's James Bree. Oh, what an opportunity for Luton. Cal Naismith, centre half, has been brilliant.
Don't. Any Chesterfield player, you can get booked all you want, but just don't do it anywhere near the goal. Please. Because I didn't think we would get any, wouldn't get the win today.
Pass rolled at the far post. Didn't say the team were going to get a goal. Still 1-1, Jeff.
Cal Naismith used to play right wing. Would you believe it? You know, his days at Portsmouth and Hartlepool and things like that. Centre half these days. Ephraim Mason-Clark of Barnet has been sent off in their game at Yeovil, and they trailed by a goal.
Oh, I think we won it.
Comfortable lead against Southampton.
Can't believe it.
No interest really from Arsenal. They're just keeping the ball away. You know, we talked about Southampton giving away lead from leading position, throwing away points. Arsenal haven't looked like doing that. They've just dominated the ball in the second half. Made the pitch really big, and Southampton just chased them around.
Who's slowing the plays down as usual?
On the balance of this, the whole 85 minutes, you'd have to say thoroughly deserved.
Thanks, Tim. Dunfermline in a level against Queen of the South Blues. Has got that goal.
Thiago Silva only does it because he knows when it's the right time to do it. But when he knows when to go forward, he literally will lump it forward. It's the other two.
Added to an Ollie Banks penalty, put Barrow.
5 minutes of added on time. 5 minutes.
But they are well on their way. Dan Jones of Port Vale has just been sent off in their game at Newport County, and they trail by 2 goals to 1. Solihull have won by
89th minute, and having a Waterlooville might have won it. Oh boy! Can Chelsea please get an actual winner, please? And it makes it a very great day. It's ending positively. It's a 1 result. Come on. I'm interested to now see who scored that goal. We know it. Penalty at Stamford Bridge. It's a penalty to Chelsea. Penalty. Mateusz Glick, and he's already been booked, so he should be off. He already been booked. Mateusz Glick should have been sent off.
Clyde have won by a goal to 0 against Alloa, as there's still checks the Leeds players, by the way.
No, and even Clinton Morrison saying it's soft, but it has to be given. He said he's done no. What has he done that for? He's gone as a striker. He knows best from that situation. He said, "Why do that? Why do that?" I think. Yeah, but you know one thing I will say, they picked actually a good player to do our game because he knows everything about being a striker. And he's even said himself that why would Glick go and do that when you literally can hang on for a draw? Why do it? Why?
Wickham 1, Wimbledon 2. Jack Rodoni with his second goal of the afternoon. Notts County 4, Southend United 1. Carl Cameron, the goal scorer. Let's go.
And who scored and who has scored the goal? I'm just checking quickly for having a Waterlooville. The winning goal might have been scored by Jake McCarthy. It could end up being a great end to the day. If
once again coming in from the left, this time a header beat David Stockdale. Surely 3 points.
Is that scored a winner? Have we just got a blowing winner? Because I will be going to my dad and giving him a massive kiss on the lips because that is going out of fucking jail.
Here we go. Steps up, Jeff. Come on, Jorginho. Here we go. Steps up. Start up.
Yes! What a great evening! Chesterfield on the verge of winning, Harrow on the verge of winning, and Chelsea on the verge of winning.
Who can handle the pressure in that?
Who can handle the pressure? Jorginho can.
3-2 Chelsea.
Elsewhere, you can see Aldershot 3-0 up against Eastleigh. Corey Andrews has got 2 of those 3. Charlton 2 up against Cambridge. Connor Washington has got them both. Let's go off to St Andrews. What a comeback by Cardiff City at Birmingham. Bianca Westwood.
Well, we said when Kiefer Moore scores, Cardiff City don't lose, and it's come from a corner. It's an absolutely bullet header from close range. Mark McGuinness. It's 2-2.
2-2 2-2 the scoreline there, so Chelsea 3-2 to the good. That was a 94th minute goal, and time is almost up as far as Aston Villa are concerned at Anfield. Paul Merson.
Yeah, they're just, they've lost the ball again. Cheating, Salah's going to be in one-on-one with the keeper. Here he goes, the player's there, he's going to pass it, he doesn't pass it, Jota falls to Jota, and he puts it over the bar, and it's a goal kick. I don't have to get up the other end here, should have scored, still 1-0.
Bristol Rovers got a 4th goal against Rochdale. Aaron Collins has got 2 of those 4 goals. Chelsea look like they're going to pick up the points in a 3-2 win against Chelsea. I'm seeing Marcelo Bielsa, his head is bowed, he's marching up and down the touchline, he's about to sit on his bucket right now. Meanwhile, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln City 2. Lincoln City side who couldn't score a goal, lost 5 on the bounce, but 2 Teddy Bishop goals look like they've scored looks like they're taking the points at Cheltenham. Stoke 0, Middlesbrough 0. By the way, that'll be Cheltenham back-to-back home defeats to them. They lost 5, didn't they, in midweek against Cambridge. Doncaster Rovers managerless. They lead Shrewsbury by a goal to 0. Lowo with the goal there. Maybe one more opportunity for Villa.
Yeah, Cash long throw on level with the box on the right-hand side. He's going to throw this in. You're going to expect now Mings to go up here with Van Dijk. Van Dijk's trying to clear everybody out the way here. He's pulling everybody nearer. Cash is Cash is he's going to and it's a great head above Fabinho who clears it, and that's the full-time whistle. 1-0 Liverpool.
And Mo Salah's penalty makes it an unhappy return as far as Steven Gerrard is concerned to Anfield. Back for the first time since he left in 2015. It was a big ask, too big an ask in the end for Gerrard and his team. They've lost 1-0. Swansea 1, Nottingham Forest 4 is the scoreline. Forest getting a 4th goal from Cafu in the 94th minute of their game. Dumbarton 1, Montrose 3, West Brom beaten Reading by a goal to 0, Stevenage 0, Carlisle 2, it's finished Hull 2, Bristol City 2, Arsenal 3, Southampton 0, Falkirk 0, Cove Rangers 3, Bradford 2, Sutton United 2, Ross County beaten Dundee by 3 goals to 2, picking up maximum points aside of bottom of the Scottish Premiership. Elsewhere, Dunfermline 3, Queen of the South 3. It's finished Luton 1, Fulham 1. Good point as far as Luton are concerned. Portsmouth have beaten Morecambe by 2 goals. No, Rotherham have beaten Burton to stay top of League 1. And Wycombe Wanderers look to be heading for defeats against Wimbledon, but maybe not. Rob McCaffrey.
Penalty, it's the captain Joe Jacobson who's rattled it down the middle past Nick Zanev after Sully Kaikai was brought down. Just a long ball, Paul Ossu fouled him, and there goes the full-time whistle. It's finished 2-2.
2-2 the scoreline. Joe Jacobson, the 96th minute. What a reprieve that is. Elsewhere, Hartlepool 0, Scunthorpe 0. Scunthorpe still not picking up an away win, but they did pick up an away point. Callum McManaman, Tranmere Rovers, has been sent off in their game away at Exeter. I think they're still leading by a goal to 0. Preston have beaten Barnsley, so it's a winning start for Ryan Lowe. Peterborough have beaten Millwall by 2 goals to 1. Fleetwood have beaten Gillingham by 2 goals to 1. It's a little bit feisty at Stamford Bridge, was not anymore because it is over. Thomas Tuchel earns a victory there, well, by virtue of a couple of penalties. It is still all going off. I mentioned the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1970. It's not been like that, but Antonio Rudiger, the Leeds players did not feel that there was a foul when he was awarded a penalty deep in added time, and they are making their feelings clear, and Chris Kavanagh is just staying out of it. Sort yourselves out, boys. As you can see, Rudiger is led away, and well, the Leeds players are bitterly upset. 3 penalties in the game, 1 to Leeds and 2 to Chelsea. Chelsea pick up maximum points because Liverpool have done the same as well. And there we are, it is all sorted out now. Forest won by 4 goals to 1 at Swansea. Sunderland have beaten Plymouth by 2 goals to 1. Best home record in League 1, and they win again. They're beaten in 6 league games now. Chesterfield stay top of the National League. They won at Grimsby by a goal to 0. Great comeback by Cardiff at St Andrews. They were 2-0 down. Deeney with the opening goal. Then Sunjic for Birmingham City looked be out of sight, but Kiefer Moore pulled 1 goal back there, and then they got a goal from McGuinness to earn a point. 2-2 the scoreline there. Blackburn Rovers have won by 2 goals to 0 against Bournemouth. So neither of the top 2 have won in that division. It's a good day as far as West Bromwich Albion are concerned. They have won, but 2-0 to Blackburn Rovers. A Pearson own goal and Van Heck with the goals there. Oxford United have had Jordan Thornley send off late in the day against MK Dons, but they do lead by 2 goals to 1. Bromley have won at Altrincham in the National League. Kings Lynn a winning start for Tommy Widrington. They've won by 2 goals to 1. Northampton have won at Harrogate, who've lost 4 straight home games by 2 goals to 1. Barrow 2, Swindon 0, back-to-back away defeats after 7 straight away wins for Swindon. That's come to an end, hasn't it? Yeovil have beaten Barnet by a goal to 0 in the National League. Yeovil having a really good run. They're unbeaten in 10 in all competitions, and they've won 8 of those 10. Barnet had been having a good run. Oldham 5, Forest Green 5. Don't ask me who scored.
Get in there.
I know from Forest Green's point of view, there were a couple from Matt Stevens and a couple from Jamil Matt, and one for Aitchison as well. And for Oldham, a couple for
Chesterfield won.
Done. It's an astonishing result in the end, isn't it? 5-5. And just when we thought Lincoln City had done enough to win after 5 straight defeats, Cheltenham have come back to snatch.
Yeah, they're saying that there was a.
Death, I think 95 minutes. Matty Blair has got the goal and a chance for them to end 3 consecutive games. Well, I beg your pardon, back-to-back consecutive.
So that means something racial must have been said, because Rudiger wouldn't have reacted in that way.
Snatched it right at the death. In the Premier League then, Arsenal 3, Southampton 0, Chelsea 3, Leeds 2, Liverpool 1, Villa 0, Man City 1, Wolves 0. We said at the start, they were all home bankers, and so it turned out, but my word, none of them were clear-cut with the exception of the
but
the Emirates.
the only reason he would have said
So one
that
still
Marcus
today, and that is the game at Carrow Road. Of course, here on Sky Sports News, we're on Saturday looking back at what's happened so far today. And of course, we have some goals as well from the Championship, all worth seeing. But Norwich against Manchester United.
So in my mind, the only way Rudiger could have got as angry as he did would have been something racial would have been said, because that's what can send someone over the edge, and that's what might have sent him to go a bit crazy, if you get what I mean.
Where Ralph Rangnick takes charge of Manchester United in his first away game. They're looking to build on that 1-0 win against Crystal Palace in his opening game. Dean Smith has already beaten Manchester United once.
I'm just not going to do that just yet, because I need to check to make sure. Yes, there it is. 2-1. Having and Waterloo have won, and Chesterfield have won by what? No, but I'm saying all 3 teams have won. Chelsea have won, Chesterfield have won, haven't have won. So that's a good day all round. So it makes it a good.
Norwich 5 changes in the team that lost
And
at Tottenham as they bid. For goals, really.
And I'm going to give you some other news. The game between Rennes and Tottenham looks like it might not even happen.
The Premier League. Arsenal 3.
No, but I'm just saying it's significant in the caps of European competition. So it means if they can't reschedule, it means that Spurs have to give up a 3-0 win to Rennes, which means that Spurs go out of Europe because of they've all tested positive for COVID, which has denied them a place in the next round. Which is, don't go and blame anyone but themselves. But I'll see you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this football live goal show or 3 o'clock goal show. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you, and I'll see you guys a bit later on tonight at about 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. in the morning, so we can do a stream for UFC tonight. So I'll see you guys tonight for UFC of Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. See you guys there at 1